pips today. Hey man, some got it, some don't. What can I say? Let's go issue, man. Retail sales, you have prelim consumer sentiment. Like you have all these folders next week. Next week, Wednesday is gonna be a crazy, crazy, crazy day. PPI in the morning and then FOMC. Like it's gonna be a wild day on Wednesday. So I mean, if gold doesn't move by like Monday, you know, then you kind of know when we're gonna move next. Probably FOMC, right? But until then, there's still some decent movements. Price can be priced in for FOMC. Who knows? I've seen it. I've seen it all happen, right? So let's get into the analysis real quick and see what's going on here. I believe starting off with gold here, this thing is pretty bullish today, right? It closed bullish yesterday. So you had like a weekly candle here. Obviously any given point you can still flip bearish because you are still below this range here. So the range I'm talking about is basically this area right here on price. You close below there, this is your next support, this is the range you're currently in, this is your previous range, obviously. So previous range, current range, you got that? Previous range, current range. You broke out the previous range, I would assume Why does it keep doing this? Hold on, I can't even play music during this because it doesn't get copyrighted. Sorry, chat. Unfortunately, I gotta go back to this music. I forgot. I was just playing music the whole stream. Yeah, so you have these are your ranges, right? And if you're breaking into the current range here, there's a high chance you're gonna fill the range. The range takes you down towards like 1920, because you're breaking below 1962. So with that being said, I mean, sells are pretty nice today. Sells are pretty lit. Or sorry, what am I saying? The weekly any given point could still come down. Because if you flip bearish and you break below 1936, then obviously at that point you're gonna come down for the rest of the range, right? But the daily today shows that you have no signs of that happening just yet, because the daily is still closing bullish here and it's still respecting the support to the left there. So you have a support on gold right here on the daily, and yesterday's candle, or yesterday's candle the day before, this thing closed bullish, right? So it closed bullish after having no bottom wick back into the range here. So basically now you're in a range from here to here, because this is what you're tapping into. So if this is your range here on price, this green box here, right, and you're closing bullish again, respecting the support, there's a very high chance that today's candle will likely continue to push up, especially after creating a bottom wick here. So looking left, if this is your bottom wick, then you would expect price to drive up towards the top of the range here, which takes you up towards like 1980. So this is what I'm assuming for today's daily candle, right? Something like this would be ideal. The only issue is that, like, when it's gonna move. Is it gonna move NYC? Is it gonna move pre-NY? Is it gonna move NY open? I don't know, but I guess we'll figure it out on a smaller time frame as we come down here. The 4-hour time frame is it looks a little tough, you know. Looks a little tough. Not really tough, but just like there's no volume, right? Or there's no breakout. It's still in the same range it's been in, but it's good. We're still respecting the same levels here. So it's basically a range from like 1956 to, or 57 to 1966. This is the range you're in, and you haven't had a breakout yet. But what I could say is that you did come down twice to grab liquidity, and you both times came all the way back up and closed respecting the support. So if you're still respecting the support here, right, and you came all the way down at one given point, this is bearish, one given point this is heavily bearish, and then it just came back up and respected, there's a possibility at any given point you can still drive up, because this could be your liquidity grab. Looking left, same thing happened to the left hand side over here. At these areas before popping, same thing happened here, same thing happened here, right? So I would assume that this would be like your liquidity grab, and if you were to break above like 1967 today, then you can get buys going up. All right, but I believe this forward candle right now is flipping bearish. It's gonna create a bottom wick likely, so who knows where the bottom wick will come down to. But looking left, it might come down to 1958, 1957. Overall though, what I'm doing today here is pretty straightforward, you know. So there, look left there's a resistance right around here at 1967 or 1968 ish. So look left, draw it right here. Same resistance I had from NY session yesterday, same resistance I have today. Anything above 1968 would be great for buys. Above there, going up towards 1973 would be perfect for buys. Or even not 73, but probably 73 or 74, anywhere in those ranges there. I think the daily target was what? The daily target was 1977. So anything until 1977 would be ideal. In this case, I have it at 1976. So that's my next resistance. I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Yeah, any buys above 1968 would be perfect. 1968.830 to be specific would be perfect. And then obviously sells for me are doable as well, but for sells I'm going to need to re-break London's low last night and re-break these lows to the left here below 1952. All right, so this is one big range that I can't do anything about, to be honest. I can't do anything in this range here, and just like yesterday I told you guys, chat, whatever happens in this range here is none of my business. All right, none of my business. Just like yesterday, I saw the move come down. None of my business. Actually, no, I lied. We did catch the move coming down yesterday. Did we catch the sells yesterday? Yeah, we did catch the sells yesterday, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, this is the same range as yesterday. What am I saying? But it's a little different today. I'd rather take sells below 52. It's just there's no direction, right? And the longer you're in this range here, I mean, the bigger the breakout will eventually be, right? But I would just prefer taking buys of 68 here and then sells below 52. There could be a possibility that we could get sells like yesterday in this range here. But as of right now, you don't have anything formed yet. You have no structure formed. You have nothing formed. Yesterday's a little different because you did have structure formed. I think yesterday we caught sells off of this candle, right? Like we caught sells after all this structure was formed here, right? You see how the structure here? There's no structure yet. Maybe later there might be a structure, but as of right now, I can't do much about that. And yeah, as of right now though, I'm just looking for buys below 1968. I'm looking for sells below 1952. Anything in this range right now as of 7:22 a.m. Eastern, I can't really do anything about. I'll watch price play out. I'll miss the move according to people, but I'll take sells below 1952. I'll take my buys above 1968. Cool. Does it make sense, chat? These are my levels today. All right. Pretty straightforward. As long as you, you know, it could be a complicated day if you make it a complicated day. But just like yesterday, it wasn't a complicated day. Why? Because we had a plan. We had a plan to take sells below a certain area, buys above a certain area. But guess what we did all session? We sat there. How the fuck did I crack my screen already? Just got this phone. Anyways, yeah, so what the hell? We had a plan yesterday, right? We sat there all morning for a trade setup. We waited for that exact candle formation to print out. We got that candle formation. We didn't hesitate on the sells, right? But that's how trading is, you know. It's not even about hesitation. It's just about waiting for our setups. Once the setup comes, we're taking it 10 out of 10 every time we see it, right? So what I'm looking for is just buys above here. So once you close above this range here, this is what I'm looking for. Above 1968, all right? Above here, going up towards like 1975, 76 would be perfect. That's my buy. Obviously, if sells were to happen, then I'm waiting for just a close below 1952. Below 1952, looking left, you came down and filled the range at 1935, right? So that's why I'm looking for sells below 52. Now, the range I'm talking about in the structure I'm waiting for to be formed in this area could be possible as well. But for that to happen, you're gonna need to see something like this form first. So you probably want to see like, I don't know, let's go into 15 for instance. So you're probably gonna want to see like this form, right? And then once this forms, you have like a minor support here to the left here. Now this is your range here. I'll wait for a closure below here like this. Once you actually close below here, right? I want to see resistance form to create that resistance, and that resistance must respect the same support broke. And then once you re-break those lows, that's my sell. Or once you close below, that's my sell. And then we'll take sells from like 56 to 52, right? So I think that's the exact same sells we had yesterday, really, at the exact same price points. And this is the same structure as yesterday. This were to form, right? Does that make sense, chat? So this is what I'll take. But here, sells, no. Here, no. Here, no. Here, no. Here, yeah, right? But we gotta form a range below 1960 first, because there's a minor support here if you look left on price. Obviously, you could be a cowboy and take sells here, right? But I mean, why would I be a cowboy when I know there's more range if you were to break below this area with more confirmation? You know, why would I want to get in at the top when I can wait for price to actually move first, see where it's going, wait for it to form its ranges, and then take my sells knowing that there's more range below those areas, right? There's nothing to FOMO on. We're looking to just catch like realistically this range to like this range, like this 25-30 pip here. You know what I mean? So there's no need to stress, right? But yeah, chat, that's what I got today for gold and gold buys and sells today. All right. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So I'm not gonna lie, looking at price though, it looks like you're not gonna get a position until probably like 8:30, 8:45. If I'm being real with you guys, just look at price. You can just assume what time price is gonna move at. It may move now, but it won't set up those ranges until like at least 8 a.m. man, 8:15 minimum. 8:20 Congress open, you know, minimum. But like we know there's nothing right now we can do. We know that. Oh, the 1 hour did close bearish though, right? I think the 1 hour did close bearish, yeah. I mean, if you were to come down and break below like 1956, that's the 4 hour wick fill, right? So if that is truly a 4 hour wick fill, you can see it being formed on a smaller time frame. Otherwise, until that shit's formed, you're still in this 4-hour range here, which could still reject. Right? There's no difference in this bearish candle and this bullish candle here. It's still respecting the same support level. It's just one's bearish, one's bullish, but it doesn't matter because you're in a range. If this is a bearish candle outside of the range, different story, you know? But this is a bearish candle inside the same range here. So, you know, I don't know what we're mirroring. There's nothing to mirror. It's just a range. What time do you think we're gonna trade? Yo, chat, I swear, I just did an analysis, and then I gave you a time on as to what I believe we're gonna get positions at, and then you're gonna ask me that question, bro. Come on, we just answered it. Fuck. I just answered it 2 seconds ago. 8:15, 8:30, you know, around that time probably. I mean, you might get volume here, you might get a move coming down here, but it doesn't mean you'll get a position, right? Like, don't get me wrong, you could see this on price, right? You can see this on price, you can see this in the next like 5 minutes, but I mean, that's not my move to take, so why would I care, right? Are you an early sleeper or a night owl? Early sleeper or a night owl? What am I? I didn't know what sleep is. No, last night I slept pretty decent. I slept at 5 a.m. Or no. I slept at 1 a.m. I slept for 5 hours. I slept at 5 a.m. Last night I slept pretty decent, you know. I slept at 5 a.m. It's fucking 7 a.m. right now. Yeah, it all depends on the sessions. If the session moves, I'll stay up. If it doesn't, then I usually go to bed. Like yesterday, London, I just went to bed. Asian session's a little dry. Nothing really happened. Wasn't on the charts. Well, I was peeping the charts, but yeah, nah. I bought downstairs on Mondays, and what a movie we caught yesterday made 2x of what I paid. Jeez. Already? Jeez. This is my dream. Sleep 8 hours. You know, when I used to go to work, chat, like when I had my job back then, and like, you know, 2017, 2018, when I was like 17, 18, I would literally like, I'll have to wake up every weekend. So during the weekdays I got school, right? I got high school. I was in high school, so I'll go to school in the morning and couldn't sleep in. Weekends couldn't sleep in because I had to work at a grocery store. I had to wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning to work, or 6 a.m. So I never had sleep. And I told myself, one day when I become successful, I'm gonna sleep in all day long. And now that I have that time to sleep in all day long, I don't sleep in all day long. If anything, I sleep less than I used to. I sleep a lot less now. But I told myself, one day when I get to that point, I want to make back for all the sleep that I missed out on in my past, you know, 2-3 years of working here. But the reality is, it's not what you want. There's a fraud happening with your Instagram account. If you should inform people. If it's not ITSDONVO, oh chat, by the way. What the
160k subscribers.
Congrats on 60k subscribers.
100k soon.
100k soon.
Yeah, I was dying for like 20 hours yesterday, chat. I don't know who this guy is. He had my photo.
Controller
Controller FX. Controller FX. That's a new intro. God bless my money printer. Where can I make one of those? Yo, I forgot to recall this. Oh man, they're on Instagram. They got like 20K followers. Like, that's all they do. They just like get paid to do that. Honestly, I don't even know. I forgot what it's called. But I'll link to you after. We asked that question. We just asked that. Oh, Eddie lives. Yeah, I'll text it. Mad funny. My MT4 says 500, but it's red. Is that good? What do you mean? Like you're in drawdown? I mean, not all drawdown is bad drawdown, you know. Sometimes you're still ahead. Sometimes you're still in the head of trade. No, I don't use chart patterns. What all I use, chat, is this. This is everything that I do. You guys know this by now. If you've been here, this is all I do. This is all I do, right? This is all I wait for. This is all I take. Just in different variations. But this is it. The starter play, the onion play, the breakout small wick, breakout steeper wick, the breakout plus a starter play, the set a fake out, the fake out small wick, fake out steeper wick, fake out plus a starter play, onion small wick, onion big wick, or steeper. This is what the market prints in different variations. So when you see that fib, when you see that, you know, trend line, like it all comes back down to this at the end of the day. It's just candles moving a certain way. On any time frame, any pair, the markets are always moving the same way from in a different perspective, right? Hold on, what day is it? 7th. Yeah, so I have a video. I might just drop on my members only page on YouTube, but I have this video here today. In this video, I explained to you how, like, I think I dropped this for somebody in the single channel, but like this is all this, you know? This is all the same shit, right? Different perspective. All of this. This is a wick fill, right? A wick fill is what on a smaller time frame? Just support, creating resistance, right? Support, resistance, bottom of the range to come back up. The onion play. What is it as well? It's just the market structure, right? You draw a fib on this 38.2 retracement back up, like, you know, you draw a trend line on this, it's just like this, you know. It's like it's all the same concepts, but I just see it as candles, right? You can see it as something else, but this is how I see it. Like that's all of this. Then like when you have like, you know, like this is a current market right here. Yeah, I think I explained like green counts backwards in this video or something. I'm gonna drop that video, but not as an official video. This is a whatever video. Might drop it on Twitter or something. What up, Felix? Not the fib settings. Yeah, you can use fizz back then, chat. All of that.
You sound manlier, dog. What happened? I don't know what happened. Something happened overnight.
What's the profit in the profit column empty? Is that pips or smaller amounts? Which one? These are all dollars. These are all dollars. Which reminds me, I gotta make a withdrawal probably mid-month there. In about next week, probably I'll make a withdrawal. I don't know how much I'm making. Probably like it's either gonna be 150. It's gonna be 50. I don't know. I gotta see. The only thing really that like I don't have a plan for is just withdrawals, right? Like you know how like we have a plan for everything we do in trading, like everything that we have on the charts is like all like it's based off a system. The only thing that's not based off a system and it's based off feelings is just my withdrawal. This is whenever I feel like it or whenever I want, you know. But everything else though in our trading is a system, you know. The way we draw point resistance, the way we enter, the way we exit, it's all a system. But when it comes to withdrawals, that's when it's just whatever, you know. I don't have a plan for that. It's just I don't have a withdrawal strategy, you know. No, you don't need a system. You can withdraw whenever you want, however you want, whatever works for you, you know. There's no like, there's nothing out there. Yeah, chat, you guys don't understand trading. There's nothing out there that's right or wrong in trading. It all comes down to preference and what works the best for you, not somebody else you saw on Instagram that made 150 pips overnight off stream, you know. Like, nah, it all comes down to you and what works best for you in your situation, right? And that comes with everything. That comes from drawing point resistance. That comes with waiting for closures, you know. So sometimes when you come to my streams, you might be like, your level is a little different from mine. That's okay, you know. Like it's just we have different levels, but it doesn't mean like your analysis is wrong or anything, right? Your analysis is still valid. But just like withdrawals too, there's no real plan. You know, someone can make withdrawals daily. You know, I know people who make withdrawals daily. I know people who make withdrawals like once every like couple months. Or once every couple months, like twice a year. Can you say foam cheese? Yo, foam cheese on bubble tea was busting yesterday, chat. Pause, but it was good. Like, if you guys ever get bubble tea, get the foam cheese if you can. Get the foam cheese. It tastes nothing like cheese. Oh yeah, cheese foam. Yeah, cheese foam. Cheese foam. What did I say yesterday? I said cheese foam, right? Who said foam cheese? Who just set me up just now? Do you pay tax? I mean, I pay tax or I pay time. Of course I gotta pay taxes. If I don't pay taxes, I'm gonna pay time. So you're saying we don't need ICT? Brady mentioned nothing about ICT. It's like nobody at all. Someone random. Hey, why didn't you mention ICT today? Like, I don't know. We trade differently, you know. ICT trades his way. He makes money. He makes a shit ton of money. I trade my way. You know, at the end of the day, we go to the grocery store. He buys his fruits and veggies. I buy my fruits and veggies. We pay a debit or credit. Simple as that. I don't know. I don't know. We trade differently, right? Everyone trades differently. Everyone trades differently, man. There's no right or wrong way of trading, right? And there's not just one strategy ever. Social media. It doesn't reflect your MT5. Here comes the cult members. Oh, that's funny. I like a diversity mindset. It's not even that. It's just like, you know, like when you're a profitable trader, you understand that there's more ways to trade out there. Like you don't see profitable traders beefing with other profitable traders, and if they are beefing, then they're not a profitable trader, right? You don't see another trader out there saying this strategy is shit. Your strategy is garbage. My strategy is the only one that works. Like no profit trader will say that. No true profit trader, right? The insecure ones will say it, yeah, right? But like you're not gonna see those guys like argue. Like, you know, this is one trades a certain way. Like, you know, like Steph Curry isn't gonna argue with Giannis about driving to the paint, and Giannis isn't gonna argue with Steph Curry about shooting threes. They just trade two different ways, but they're both goats, right? Or anybody else in the NBA, LeBron, KD, you know, they all have their way of playing basketball, but they're in the same league. That's how I see it. Cap off for 10 seconds. I had my cap off yesterday for the whole stream. As long as not. How was Don? 23. Unfortunately. Getting a little old. Oh, follow me from Turkey? Hey man. Maybe one day I'll visit you. If I ever go bald one day, I'm gonna visit you in Turkey for sure. I'm gonna go to Turkey and get the little hair transplant. Singapore? Hey, Singapore. Oh, yo, Singapore is nice. Time flew, I know. You guys have seen me on stream since I was 19. I was 19 in 2020. And now I'm 23. Barcelona in Vietnam. Jeez, I'm Vietnamese. I'm Vietnamese Canadian. My parents are Viet. Found a way to avoid FOMO. Just unplug your setup. It's all fun and games until you unplug your setup and all of a sudden your dog puts it back up and then turns on the monitor, enters your password, goes on your MT5 screen, presses buy or sell by accident. My dog pressed the buy button by accident. What other platform is there already chart you look at? This is the same platform. Oh, this is MT5. This is MT5. MT5. I don't have a dog now. I'm just saying. Someone in chat the other day was like, "Yeah, my dog entered my buy position by accident for me, Don. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm 20 pips in profit here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. So your dog. Your dog entered it for you. True. Yeah, chat. So like, if you look at a 1 hour time frame, like there's a possibility you could mirror this traffic to the left here. And like I'm looking left there. Obviously, I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. Right. It could mirror this traffic to the left here coming down. However, I would need to break below 19.56 or 5.8 it was, I believe it was. Because the daily obviously is still bullish, right? The 4 hour is still in that range. Even though it's a bearish candle, yes, it can come down to fill the wick. It's a possibility. But the thing is, like, even if it does do that, you have range till like 1952 anyways. You know what I mean? So like, why not just wait for a closure below here instead? Because for all I know, we can just come back into the range like this. Like, whoop. Right, obviously looking left every time you tap this resistance so far, you came down, right? Yeah, I'll prefer we can just break below 19.58, below 5.8, or maybe below, like, okay, here's the thing, below 6.1 isn't bad, but it's not just gonna be a closure below 6.1. It's gonna be a closure below 6.1 plus on top of that, a bullish candle below that candle to confirm that you have resistance, right? Like this, and then the sell is below. Like, so like once you close bullish there, respecting that resistance, that'll be a range form. You can have a range here now, your support here. This is your new range down here, right? So I just set to range here for a bit. Once you actually close below that range there, boom, that's your sell that I'll take. That's a sell that I'll take to come down to fill the rest of the range here. But I'll need that to form first before I take anything. So until then, I guess the 4 is going to come down here, flip bearish likely, right? To create that bottom wick, right? But will it continue to drive? You have 10 minutes left in this 1 hour candle, which is lovely. If the 1 hour candle could close below like 1960, that'll be perfect, you know? If we can close below here, that'll be great. It'll be a stronger bearish candle and high chance, yeah, next 1 hour candle likely could pop down for the ADM candle, but I'll need a closure below there. On top of that, the 5 closures below that range there. But yeah, nothing right now. Like just like I said this morning, chat, like you're not gonna see anything until like what, 8:15, 8:30, right? Like I said. So like there's nothing we can do here for another like however long. But I could do an analysis on GJ though. Yeah, I could do analysis on GJ though. I think GJ is pretty I mean, looking at GJ today, remember how yesterday chat said how like we were coming down yesterday on the daily, right? Now I was like, careful, because any given point you can still flip bullish, right? Because yesterday everyone's looking at GJ like this. Yesterday everyone's like, yeah, it's so bearish here. It's just one strong bearish candle, and because at one point it was bearish, right? But it's not about the current candle. It's about what we're respecting really. And if you look at GJ, you're still in this range here. Not once have you ever closed below here. This is your resistance here. This is the range you're in here on the daily, right? So if the daily candle is now coming down, flipping bullish after creating a bottom wick, about to break the highs, let's go ahead and mark up where the high is. So let's go ahead and put this line here and say, okay, well, that's the previous kind of high. This is going to be important as you come down to a smaller time from now. So let's drop down to the 1530 here. You're going to see that there's a resistance there, right? There's a resistance here. So let's move it to the cleanest range here. So if you were to take buys today, where would you want to take buys at? Where is your clean traffic going up? Probably going to be above, like around here, around these areas here. So I'll put 173.9110 above that range there. All right, so now you know, okay, well, cool. If price were to close above 173.910, there's a high chance you can take buys going up to fill the range at 174.38, you know, 380. And this is the range you're breaking back into, but you need to see a closure probably above this range here, right? Once you see a closure, that's also the day you flip. And as the daily candle flips as well, I believe the 4 candle also breaks all the highs too, right? So above there, going up towards like 174 would be perfect. 174 through 17. Cool. Does that make sense? It matches with the daily, because realistically, the daily's in this range here. It can just fill the range, right? Because this is the range you're in. So if this is the range you're in, and you're breaking the highs here, you can see the daily candle end up doing this. You can just see it pop up, break the highs, and just tap into that resistance. And this is how it may look at the end of the session. So as that's formed, and you can just anticipate buys on the smaller time frame. 15.5 and such, right? But a closure above, you know, 9110, my bad, 173.910 would be perfect. Like obviously you have levels here too, right? But look, if you have a level here at 173, like you're taking these buys here, looking left, it's a little choppy, right? There's not, the traffic isn't as clean in this area. It's a small range too. It's like a 15 pip range. Is it worth it? Probably not. You rather wait for just a closure above here, right? And don't get me wrong, it might just drive up and just fill the range here. But even if it does, long term, is that a profitable position? Is that a high probable position? When you can just wait for the actual, you know, breakout itself? You prefer the breakout, right? But yeah, that's GJ. That's what I got going on today for GJ. Shit, went back too far. Yeah, golds are about to close in about 6 minutes here. We'll see what it does there. I have a doubt. Do you know about compound effect? If you know, means why most of the traders didn't compound. If you didn't compound, if you compound, you'll be a billionaire in 2 years. That's all subjective. Like, what do you mean? Like, obviously, if you compound, everyone will be a billionaire. To go, like, you know, like you want to grow your account, but like the thing is, like, you want to compound, right? But you don't want to focus on compounding, because if you focus on compounding, you're not going to compound. You focus on compounding, there's gonna be a lot of emotions behind your trades now, because every trade you take, you're thinking compound. I need to make this by the end of the month. I need to make this by the end of the year, or at the end of the day, right? You're setting goals now. And sometimes when you set goals, you're setting goals before you're even looking at the markets, right? You're setting a goal saying, I need to make 10% by the end of the week. How the fuck do you know how the week looks already? How do you know how accounts are printing? How do you know what the ranges are for the week? You're setting these goals before you're even looking at the charts, right? So when you come to the charts on a week where there's no range and you try and make your 10% now, how are you going to make your 10%? You can't. So then you start forcing trades to make 10%. But when you come to the charts, no one, like, you know, and there's about, like, when you come to the charts and you don't focus on compounding and you focus on catching what the market gives you, you're focused on winning trades, right? And over time, that's going to compound on its own. So you don't need to focus on compound to compound. You can focus on winning your trades, and then compounding comes afterwards, right? Same thing with RR. Like, people also about RR, but like, how are you going to look at the charts and predetermine your RR? I need to make a 1 to 10 minimum, right? When you can just come to the charts, see what the market gives you. Like, you know, in this case, like, what do you see here? There's a range here. There's a resistance here. Let's say in some universe, Don Vo III took sells below these ranges, right? He would probably take profit around here. But like, I'm not going to stretch my TP down to, like, you know, 1939 because I want to force my RR now. If I see support, I see support. If I see resistance, I see resistance. There's nothing, the market doesn't know where my TP or stop loss is. The market's going to move how it wants to move. And typically, it will move from range to range, right? So like, that's the difference in like trading what you see versus trading what you think. And that's how it affects you. Because this account here, yeah, I compound this account basically, but I didn't focus on compounding, you know? I had to focus on RR questions for the last 8 months. People talking about RR, you know, Don, but this is your RR. You only catch this, right? But like, they don't understand though, that I'm catching what the market is giving me. I'm not catching what I think the market's gonna give me, right? And it just adds up. Like, this account started at 147 in August 2024, or my bad, 2022, right? And now it's sitting at like 712, right? But like, that was just me focusing on waiting for my, like, you know, coming every day to the streams, waiting for my setups, and only taking my setups. Some days it could be 10 pips, some days it could be like 15, 20 pips, 50 pips, 100 pips, right? But you focus on winning your trades, trading becomes a lot easier for you now, instead of focusing on, you know, or instead of having a goal. Like, I had no goal for this account. I have no goal to hit 1 million. It just comes, and it will come naturally, right? I know it will come, but there's no like set date. There's no time limit for when I want to hit that. It just happens, right? And that's the way you gotta look at trading. It's not like a paycheck, man, where you go to work and you calculate, okay, if I work every day for the next 2 weeks for 6 hours, my paycheck's gonna be 1,400. Like, you can't do that because it's a market. It's different, right? Like, there's days where you have nothing at all. You sit here for like 4 to 5 hours and you make nothing, right? And it feels like a waste of time, right? Especially if you're coming from that 9 to 5 perspective. But there's also days where we sit here for like 2 minutes and we're making the whole weekly salary or a monthly salary, right? Like yesterday, for instance. It happens. Yeah, and also, yeah, you can even wait 5 hours for a trace up and still lose. But that's part of it. You gotta accept that. And if you can't accept these terms in trading, you're never gonna become profitable, man. Right? So it's either you gotta drop your ego or something. And it'll come with experience too if you can't, right? Shit, there's Timmy's plug. But yeah, that's just something. I honestly think, man, a lot of traders deal with psychology. Like, are you really dealing with psychology, or is this just an excuse? Does that make sense? I feel like if you focus on price action and winning your trades, your psychology would be in a much better spot. You won't deal with FOMO. You won't deal with overtrading. You won't deal with, like, all these other concepts that you would normally deal with on a day-to-day basis when you just focus on price action and winning your trades. Focus on improving your trades over time. Focus on following your playbook, right? That's the fix right there. There's no secret to it. Man, me and Wick shot a commercial yesterday. I shot a scene from my commercial and we're dying. Like, yo, chat, I've never seen Wix in a polo shirt in my life. To see him in a polo shirt for the first time, I was like, damn. Wix not wearing a polo and not a tank top? That's crazy. Not the commercial. Yo, but just caught Wix green-handed. What up, Wix?
Good deal.
Is Wix in the commercial? Yeah, he's in the first part. He's in the opening scene. Action. We gotta film something in Florida though, for sure.
We're gonna go to 11 and film our experience.
The 11? That's not the club. We have that over here.
11. It's a senior living facility.
Oh, never mind. What'd you wear, Don? I wore the suit that I wore in the commercial, the NBA 2003 draft suit. Not the 2003 NBA draft suit. Can you share your thoughts on Raja Banks? What do you want me to say about Raja Banks? He's a trader. He makes money. He's a good trader.
Who, the other guy?
Like, what do you want me to say? You want me to say some shit, some bad stuff? Like, I got nothing as bad to say about anybody. At the end of the day, you know, I'm just focused on making money.
Shit, you putting up zeros in front of me, I'll talk shit about my parents. I don't care.
Yeah, that.
You got 7 figures?
Yeah, I don't know, man. People always want reaction, man. I don't know what to tell you. The only reaction I get out of me are these W spams later when we have some nice trades here on stream. Ooh, nice 1 hour closure too.
Extraneous, you know that in the US that would be $10. We don't do the decimal points. We have commas.
But does he
work perfectly pre-London? Yeah, except we didn't stream till pre-London. But if you took advantage of the levels, I told you they're still valid for the next session.
Bro, the same levels we had during NY were still valid.
Yeah, I mean, we never broke out. We just, so the over levels were valid. The morning levels were valid for Asian and for London.
Yo, like I think I marked my session yesterday for NY after NY session. I think I sent it in the center channel, and they're all Asian, still respected. London, still respected. Like, you don't have to touch the charts.
I had to do a breakdown and mark them up.
You know, Callan, I don't know, man, but it's not my business. It's none of my business. It won't make me money, I'll tell you that. Don, where's Don live? Canada.
Loser.
I know, man. I know. I need to get out the trenches.
Everybody in chat do this.
Do a little dance. You know how they do that. Who did that? Is it Conor McGregor? Who did that? Yeah, you're wobbly side to side. You like. It's a Fortnite dance.
Oh yeah, I know the dance.
The Fortnite dance. You know the Fortnite dance. So, that's how the haters come in the chat after we hit stops for the first time in 2 months.
Legs swinging to
2
the
months.
side.
2 months. Yes, finally my day has come. Don finally took a loss on stream.
Cheapest way to go to Canada from Europe? Suitcase. You got a rowboat and some skill.
Robo and some skill. That's how you travel. Choose way from Canada to Europe. Are you just
Looking like a
standard or
late
direct?
trade.
Direct small spreads.
Can be a late trade.
I told you guys this though. Like honestly, man, I can care less for commissions, man. I'd rather get those spreads or to very tight spreads and pay more commissions. Because long term makes me more money. Spreads makes me more money long term. Because our trades are based off as like we're scalpers, right? So you don't want to have a 5 pip spread and it hits break even and this thing still runs. You know, like long term it makes you a lot more money than commissions. Commissions it's a fixed number. Spreads is infinite because you don't know how long you hold that trade for.
I think Green sent me a broker yesterday that you can choose either no commissions but spread or no spread but commissions.
Damn. Is it Green's own broker?
No, he sent me someone he's gonna try out. But the thing is, I looked them up on different platforms, so I don't know how much. I'm gonna let Green test it out, and when he receives a withdrawal, we'll discuss it.
But yeah, I'm not even paying commissions though. Yeah, because BlueberryMarkets has no commissions on gold on a direct account.
Because I went on their site yesterday, and they had like 6 different accounts you could select.
What's it called? Actually, no free promo. Let me know after the show.
Nah, when they're paying us to announce the name of their broker, we'll discuss it. Until then,
Yeah. Are you moving away from Blueberry? I don't think so. I mean, I used them before anything.
I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Already? You just got here, man?
It's the last day of school, and they got a field trip.
Oh, it
and-
is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. America ends school early, and then oh, yeah, they do end school early.
So
Yeah.
going in there, just got to get all the autographs. They're going on a field trip and all that stuff.
Field trip on the last day of school?
Yeah, they're going to the Everglades.
Where's that?
Everglades. That's where Alligator Alley is. That's the road. That's the stretch of land that separates East and West Florida. So if you want to go to Tampa or Orlando, or not Orlando, but like St. Pete's or anywhere on the West Coast, or Naples from like South Florida, you got to go across Alligator Alley or across the Everglades. If you look at Florida, it's just like it's all about the coast, and everything else is just swampland.
Better come back for yourselves, though.
They'll learn a lot. Yeah, like don't play with alligators. All right, be back in 15.
All right, man.
Stop swinging me across the screen, though.
Have you considered opening your own brokerage firm? Yeah, definitely. Like my own brokerage, yeah. Thought about it. Thought about it before. When you draw lines, you base them off the candle close, open, or wick high or low. Drawing support and resistance is pretty straightforward. I draw them off of body candle closures, but not just body candle closures. It has a lot to do with zones. Understand the zones we're in on price. So like for instance, like let's go in like a RAM chart, like here for instance. Like obviously most recent resistance right now is right here. Why is it right there? And this is what you gotta understand. When you draw your support and resistance, you have to understand why you're doing it. You can't just draw your support and resistance, just put it there just because, you know, like you gotta understand why, because when you can understand why, you can draw it there every single time. It's consistent now, right? Every time you come to your charts every day, you know where to draw them. Instead of coming to your charts every day and guessing and predicting where it's going to be today, you know, like you can just like once you know how to, or once you understand why you're drawing it, you can just do it every day consistently. So in this case, like there's a resistance here, right? I'm looking left to right here. I'm looking at this. I'm looking from left all the way to the right. What's the level of rejection here? Roughly this area here. So let's focus on this area, right? If that is where you rejected off of, ask yourself this question when you draw support and resistance. Has price closed above this range before in the past? In this case, no, it hasn't, right? Look left here, resistance formed. These candles all have wicks here. Not once have you closed above. You can have for all I know, man, you can have a candle that comes all the way up like this and just flips bearish and closes respecting resistance because it never closed above, right? And that doesn't mean we're breaking resistance, right? So that's why a closure is very key. In this case, this is a 1 hour time frame. This shows that there's a resistance right here. So I would just go like, okay, well, I'll take my line here and I'll just move it down to here because this is like the average medium, you know, because you have obviously resistance here. You have some rejections here, body closures here, closures here, closures here, closures here, right? So what's the average medium? Probably around here, right? Probably around like here. That's your resistance, right? So I'll have my line right there. I understand that prices never close above. And if price were to close above, then look left, you're going to pop up to fill the next range, next resistance. And where is that? Probably up here. in this range here. So in this case, that's my resistance, right? On the 1 hour time frame at least. But if I'm looking for buys, obviously, then I think my original zone was at like 1968, because above there is where you have clear traffic, right? So it's like, this is like your most recent resistance, yeah. But from my own experience over the last 4 years of trading, right? I'll rather put it above 68, because above there you have clean traffic driving up on price. You know, above like 168, 830. Because then you'll be breaking back into this range here. It's a lot cleaner above here. So it comes down to just one drawn point resistance, and then it comes down to what's cleaner in terms of ranges. What's the higher time frame doing? What's the smaller time frame doing? And then you gotta add all the time frames together, and you know, draw the zone where it makes the most sense for buys and your sells. At in this case, I got buys of 68 and then sells below 52. But yo, I do have a better video explaining support and resistance for it's on my channel, so go check it out. But for the most part, I draw out to 1 hour. No, I draw out to 5. It depends on what I'm trading. You know, it depends what the higher time frame is doing. Like you really gotta dissect the different. Like for instance, like let me just do like a quick little breakdown of US30 here, because like you really gotta dissect every single time frame, and people don't understand how I do this. Because it seems a bit complicated for them, right? And I get that, but you're telling a story. You know, like each time frame is a chapter in a book. Like you have like chapter 1, the daily, chapter 2, the 4 hour, chapter 3, the 5, like, you know, the 30-minute time frame. Like every chapter, every time frame is a chapter, and if you're missing a chapter in a book, you can't finish the book. The story does not make any sense. In this case, like look at US30, right? What's the daily doing here? Look left, it's closing bullish at this support here, right? So you understand that you close bullish at this support. Last time you closed bullish at this support, what happened? You're looking at this over here. You're looking at this over here. You're looking at this over here, right? So there's a possibility that you could come down to create a steeper wick before driving up. But overall, with us closing bullish at support, you're expecting us to drive up to fill the top of the range, which is 33,800, because that's your next resistance here. So if that's like your next resistance here, then this is basically a range that you're in. You're in a range from basically 33,550 to 33,770. Right? So if this is the range you're in, that's the range you're expecting to get filled. But if you look left as well, before driving up in these ranges, you create a bottom wick tapping into these levels every single time before driving up, right? Same thing happened here. You close above, came all the way down to here, drove up. Came down to here, drove. Close above, came all the way down to here, drove. So I would assume, even though the day is bullish today, I would assume that you would likely get a steeper bottom wick before driving up on a daily. So if that's what we're assuming, we can just go down to a small time frame and see what's kind of forming here. So if you look at the 4 hour time frame, you can tell off the rip, we have a bearish momentum, we have a bearish structure here, right? So you've been coming down from here. So what does this mean? It means that at one point you had a resistance here on price. At one point you have a resistance here on price, and at one point you have a support here on price. So these are your ranges here. This is your previous range here, and then this is your current range here. If this is your current range and this candle is creating a top wick for the previous candle high, there's a high chance the forward candle could flip. So if the forward candle does flip here in this range here, you're going to come down to fill the bottom of the range, which taps you into 33,450, right? So let's go ahead and draw a line here and indicate that as the 4 hour flip. So all you do now really is drop down to a smaller time frame and see, okay, well, if that's where the 4 hour flips at, where can I take my sell today for US30? What makes the most sense for me? Move your line towards here now. 133,516, because below there you have clean traffic. Looking left, you close below here, you should drive down the filter range coming down towards the bond area, which is going to be below here. You close below here, you should come down and drive down towards 33460, and that makes perfect sense now, right? Going back to the 4 hour time from now, the 4 hour time frame shows you that, okay, well, if you were to come down towards there, that's the target we mentioned, right? Because if the 4 hour count flips, it's going to fill the range coming down towards 33450. So if you close below 33513, you have the 4 hour flip and you have clean traffic coming down for sells. And that matches with the daily time frame as well, because what's that level as well in the daily? Going back to what I said earlier, you're going to create a steeper bottom wick, right? So you could come down to tap 33450 again before coming back up. So that's how, in this case, like that's what makes the most sense. The 4 hour and the 1 hour and the daily is your key time frames here. Those are the sells I'll look for. I look for sells below here in US30. And then as for buys, I'll look for buys like above, I don't know. I'll look for buys above like probably 33649. I believe above there you have some type of daily candle break at a high. And if you were to break the high, I would assume that you just continue up towards 33760 because it doesn't have to come down to create a super bottom wick, right? You're just assuming it would off of past data, but for all I know, it can just drive up for the onion play. And if we're to do that, then what makes the most sense for buys? Probably above here, right? Or above, you know, 3360. But if you break above 3340, you break the 4-hour highs, 1-hour highs, all that is broken, and then you have clean traffic coming up towards 33830. So you have this range to trade now. You have this range to trade, which is this range. Doable. This range is non-tradable. There's no direction, and then these cells below here are tradable. So those are your levels now for price, because you're creating a story for both situations, and you're trying to see which one's gonna play out. You know what I mean? That's US 30 today, and that's how I'll do it. I'll do US 30 today. But you see how we use like the daily and the 4-hour and all of that to our advantage. It's like telling a story, right? It has to flow. If it doesn't flow, then it doesn't make any sense. But we are bullish on daily. Yeah, no, daily on US 30 is bullish. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely bullish, right? But it now comes down to like, well, is it gonna come down and create super wick, right? Are you doing for that as well though? It's just looking left. You're looking left and you're scanning to see like what happened in this area here last time. Like so, like let's just avoid all the noise here. Let's just look at like this for instance, right? Look at this and then look at this, like, and focus on the current price, right? You're now looking at this. You're now looking at this. Like you're looking at these areas here. And what happened in all these areas here? What do you have? One strong support right around here. So like you assume that like off of past data, that's where bottom wicks are created at. And you assume that will happen on the current daily candle as well before driving. Yeah, you do have the comics open here today. Right now, at least in about 15 seconds here, but there's nothing I can do yet, right? But you're gonna get volume here. So this is the start of the volume, I'll say, for the NY Open. In about 5 seconds. Comics open should push, and then maybe you might get a trade at 8:30, maybe. If this 5 here track closes below 1958, the next 5 forms a resistance below the support, then we'll have self stops afterwards. So maybe 8:30, 8:35 you might see something. If not, then you're gonna wait till the 4-hour close probably. But we knew this, right? We knew this was gonna happen. Are you training US 30? No, I used to though. I'm not training US 30 now. Hot left Twitch? Huh?
I live in AMP. Don't let me get them the rumble contact of that.
$300 million. Oh no, that's not true. 300 mil for 10 years? Bro, Bruce got a better deal. Open on far from, bro? It's already open. I'm kidding. Yo, you know what's crazy, man? Yo, chat, there's so much money in prop firms, it's actually insane how much money prop firms make, man. It's crazy. It's insane how much money these funding companies make. Dude, if Jacob dropped 50K on a funded company, imagine what everybody else is dropping on a funding company. All those retries and jeez, man. Insane. Can we enter sell now? I'm waiting for a close below 1959 here. Yeah, 50 bands. Yep. On challenges. You might get a closure here, chat. So like you will get a closure probably, and then you gotta wait the next 5. Well, I'll wait for the next 5. I gotta wait for resistance to form, and then once that forms, I'll be in there. It won't be off the rip here for me. Like again, like this is why I drew earlier today, right? This is exactly why I drew earlier today. So like once you get this, once you get a closure, it might look something like this, and then once you have a bullish candle below, like this, you have a range form. And obviously, once you break that low, we'll have sell stops to drive down towards the bottom of the range, which is going to be 1955. Okay, so it won't be in 5 minutes here. It won't be in a minute here. Sorry. If it drives, it drives. Right? It's not my business. But once it forms that, I'll be intrigued. Because then you're just mirroring this traffic to the left here. This is all you're mirroring right now. You're mirroring this same moves yesterday. Same position here. You need that bullish candle though. Don't worry. Pretty accurate today though. Right? I drew it already. Like I drew it at 1958. You need this to form, come down, and then you need a bullish candle, and then you need to break the lows, right? And then you fill that range there. And that's perfect too. Below 58 is what we're looking at now, right? 58, it's pretty strong level. That's perfect. And also you do have a 15 closure as well. Clean. Who's gonna be TP? Well, you can have a decoy TP at like 1938, but realistically, you're probably just gonna take it down to 52. Or my bad, 52, but I'm probably around like 55 or something probably. Like if you do get that closure next. But chat, remember this. I'm saying this right now. If this is your position, take it, right? This is not my position. So if this thing drives down here on this 5 candle, then it drives down, right? But it's something I can't do anything about this candle. It can drive like this for all I know. But so be it, right? I want to see that 5 closure. Respecting 59 in 4 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna get some water. I need some water. Dehydrated. Do you recommend using prop firms to build a personal account? Yeah, I would recommend it if you're like already consistent, because you can't build an account if you don't have the skill, no matter what account size it is, right? So you want to, you know, if you want more capital, I suggest go on live, trade live, you know, get consistent for a year, and then go funded because you need more capital now. But you gotta get consistent first before you can go funded, because if you're not consistent, you go into funded, you're gonna have the same emotions or it's the same trades on your funded versus your actual live, right? Nothing will change. Yeah, I want to see a bullish counter, chat. If this count doesn't close bullish, respecting like 59, then that's cool. I'll just watch price come down for the range here. I'd rather just take sales below 52 at that point then. Or we might wait for the 4-hour pullback on a new forward account, because that might form the top wick that I wanted. But 2 minutes. Or you thought Thermal has no wick? Well, the 1 hour is, and the 4 hours coming down here with the wick fill. At this point, like, you're looking at the wick fill here, right? You're looking at like 54-ish levels now, the tap. So I'm not too worried about the 4-hour candle not creating a top wick, or my bad, the 1 hour having no top wick, because the 4 hours is what you're looking at. Ooh, will you close bullish here? 30 seconds. News in 1 minute. You have news today? No, did you have news today? I swear you didn't have news today. Yep. Oh, you have a trade balance, and it's like a orange folder, yellow folder. There's still a possibility, chat, if you don't get a bullish closure here on this 5, because what can happen here is you can still create a top for the previous candle like this and come down, right? So if that were to happen, then great. But now if we're not getting that bullish candle closure, I'll wait for a top wick, and I want a top wick tapping into like 1960, 1958, 59 here. If price does that and then he flips bearish, I'll be in sells. If it doesn't, then I'll wait for the 4-hour close or the next 5. It makes sense too, because this 15 is gonna open up. It's gonna create a top wick, right? As the 5 is breaking these highs here, the 15 could just be creating a top wick before driving down, or the 30. I just want to break this high here at 59. If we can tap 59.5, I'll have sell stops on the probably the flip, to be honest. And the stops would be pretty decent too. Yeah, pretty decent stops. All right, cool. There you go. So now I'm gonna have sell stops here. What's the difference between this though? 4 pips. I'm just yeah, probably. Oh, that's perfect right there. Top wick. 4 pip difference. Should I have it on the breakout lose? Just gonna have it here probably. I'm just gonna leave it here at 58.245 chat. But now sell stops here now though. Look at that, right? That is exactly what we were looking for. So if that's exactly what we're looking for, I'm gonna have sell stops here now. How big is this range? Some pips. Below here would be a range of 12 pips. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, check. I have a sell stop here now at 1958. The reason why I have a sell stop is because we don't know if this count's gonna flip or not. I don't know, right? But if it does flip and it's below the range, then that'll indicate that we have this is a liquidity grab for us to drive down. If it does not flip, then this is not a liquidity grab. This might be a liquidity grab to a downside to go back up with the daily time frame, right? Does that make sense? Because the day is still bullish. So if we were to flip bearish here, then yeah, you come down to fill the range. But if you don't, then you're going back up, right? But that's why we have a sell stop and we're not entering sells here, right? So that's very key here. Very key to understand that, because nothing tells us that we're going to drive down until we actually flip bearish. Nothing at all in the books of price action right now. But if it does flip, then that's your indication. Just like yesterday's trade, right? Pretty decent stops too. Pretty tight. Well, smaller than usual. If you don't, if you close bullish here in 2 minutes, chat, right? If you close bullish in 2 minutes, I'm gonna delete sell stops. And I'll wait for the 4 hour close. Because if this count closes in 2 minutes here and it doesn't flip bearish, what can happen here is the next 5 candle could literally just do this. It's a bullish candle, right? So if it closes bullish, the next 5 can come down like this, create a bottom wick, can still flip and drive up like this, for all I know. So you don't want to be in sell stops. Unless this 5 closes respecting, you know, 1959. Then we may be able to leave it because the 30-minute candle can still flip bearish, right? But if the 30-minute candle doesn't, like, you know, if this 5 closes above the range, 30-minute flips, it can still flip and come back up. So 2 more minutes and we'll see how we close here. But this is very key. Yeah, that 5 created a top wick perfectly for the first 5. That's your 15 top wick too. Does that make sense, chat? Everything makes sense? What's your BE point? BE point probably gonna be it's coming close to the 4 hour close here, but so it's gonna be a little more aggressive than yesterday. It's gonna be probably 1956.90. But that's if we get activated here. If you close above 59.063, I'm deleting sell stops. This level right here, though. You see how we have a level right here? Respecting these zones here to the left, right here. You close above there, I'm deleting. GG flipping bullish too. Wow. Ooh, you're closing below? Okay, perfect. Okay, so if you're closing below here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move my sell stop to the breakout lows here at 1957.755. Moving sell stops, 1957.75. You know why? Because the 5 can still create a bottom wick and come back up, but the 5 creates a bottom wick and breaks below those lows there. It'll be a 30-minute candle flip and the breakout lows, and then you just see a straight push coming down towards here, right? So that's where I move my sell stop to, because of that, the way the candle kind of close, right? The last thing you want to see is this, like, you know, this is the last thing you want to see. But if you're able to break through here and break through here, you have a range one on a 1 minute time frame probably, because like, look, it just makes sense, right? Going to 1 minute, you'll see the same thing happen. This could just be support form the 1, right? I'm using the 1 minute in this case to show you guys just the smaller scale of what's happening, because it's not for entries or anything, but it's just a smaller scale of what's happening, right? But you see how you have a support here now, a support here. Your breakthrough here is just a range 2 breakout, and then from there you just drive through. But if you respect the support, you can still flip and drive back up to retest the top of the range, right? So it's the same like structure you have on the smaller time frame versus the higher time frame. It's just different variations, right? Yeah, 7.6 is my sell stop. 7.6 on Blueberry. So I don't know where that is for you guys. So look, there's a 5 lower wick, right? So now it's like, okay, well, are we gonna flip bullish here, or is it gonna come down and break the lows? And this is what years of sample sizing and trading leads to, right? These small adjustments in price and understanding these simple concepts there through time. Right, because now 30-minute flip bearish, yeah, right? 15 flip bearish, yeah. But will this candle come down and drive through now? And the difference also is like, I think the difference is like maybe 4 pips, 5 pips. It's not much of a difference. Looks like we may be activated here very shortly. I'll put the trade off chat as probably a 5-minute starter play, to be honest. Ooh, there we go. Sells is activated here. Got slipped a bit, but gone sells your chat. Off of the 30-minute flip. Stops are going to be above this kind of high here at 1963.878. Target is going to be roughly down here at the 1951, 1950-ish levels. All right. But this is a position that we got into here on price. Cool. Yeah. Look left. A break-even point is going to be probably like in this range here. Anywhere between like 55,286 or even like 56,07. My bad. 55,161 or even like 56,075. That'll be the break-even point. Right around here. It was like a 4 pip difference, right? We saw us break even at 1955.328. We're roughly, to be honest, we're roughly closed at around like, I'll say anywhere in this range here. I think the same thing as yesterday happened. Anywhere in this range between 55 and 54-ish. Probably close around there, to be honest. Yeah, probably around there. What day is it? 6, 7. What time is it? 8:30. NY gold sells. I'll put that as the. You can put a 30-minute breakout because it's 30-minute breakout realistically, or you can put like a 5-minute start play. I'll put a 30-minute breakout. Because that was where the flip was basically. So current higher low or previous higher low, 30-minute time frame, full. So there's that trade. I think you have yeah, it's up there. I mean, like the breakout is 75, the current higher low is 79, and then the 30-minute time frame is 78. So it's like around like a 76-77% win rate, which isn't the highest obviously, but it's up there still, you know, still up there. Also for risk management, so like obviously the trade can go against us, right? So for risk management, how we're gonna manage risk is pretty straightforward. We have stops here, obviously. That's like the previous 1 hour, I think the previous 30-minute high. If price starts to close above like 1961 or 19, I think above here somewhere, above 61, then yeah, at that point we'll start to manage risk. But until we actually close bullish here, like this, above this range here, there's nothing I can do to manage risk just yet, right? Because once you close above there, yeah, that would indicate that, okay, maybe we're popping back up now to the top of the range, right? But until that actually happens, not much we can do. You have a closure on the 4 hour and 18 minutes here. So see how that candle closes. I would assume we'll be up by then, but let's see. Because, you know, off of the entries, we'll just assume that we'll just drive through, right? Coming down at least towards like 55. You gotta slip bad? Yeah, I gotta slip. Well, no, to be honest, I got slip like, it wasn't that bad. It was like, I think it was around, it was like 4 pips. It's not too bad. It's just a retail trader, right? Retail trading conditions. You can't really do much about that. I can't. So you can't control those things. But overall, like, it doesn't make you like long term. There's no difference, right? It's like, it's just, yeah, long term doesn't make a difference. It's just if you're right, you're right about the current situation, right? A pip or two won't make a difference long term. It's just parts. It's just what being a retail trader comes with. Where's your TP? 51. 51. Yeah, and if you guys have sell stops on this count instead, on the break of 58 instead, your break-even point will be roughly the same area anyways. It'll be like around like 1956 here, right? Because look left, you have clean traffic, clean traffic, clean traffic until where? Until like 56, 55, right? So once it's out like 56, 55, that's when you can probably say, okay, well, at this point, it doesn't make any sense anymore. At this point, you want to be break-even, right? So same thing, same concepts. What about runners for this trade? Probably not. I don't think I'm aiming for runners here. I mean, 51 is the overall target. If it drives, it drives. But I believe like around like 55, 54, you gotta start trading stops pretty aggressively, because at those levels you can reject, right? Those are the levels where you can reject at any given point. So you want to be cautious of those levels. Let me just remove this line for you guys and have it there so it's cleaner for you guys. Damn, GG is pushing. Same position as yesterday, I think. I think we had the same entry as yesterday, chat. What was yesterday's entry again? It was no, I lied. Yesterday was 62. You know, yesterday was, yeah, 58.63. I think we had the exact same price entry as yesterday. Right? Yeah, same exact, like, sort of entry. Like, you're looking in the mirror, the exact same move here today. Same position, same setup as yesterday's trade. Nothing was different about today. Right there. This 15 closed bearish. Nothing we can do really. Same, like, we're in the same position on it, right? What is this level here? You're a sniper? Well, it could go the other way still. I'm not a sniper yet. Which entry into 5? Entry is 57.31. 57.31. It's right here. Let me just put my stops in this trade here, because the man, the myth, the legend is back. 19.5 2. There we go. What was this over here? The myth, the legend, the man. Yes, I am back. How you change your name so quick? Come on, man. Oh, if third main close doji, nothing changes. The 1 hour will be closing below. Yeah, because if third main close doji, right, it'll close it right here. So then the 1 hour will still be closing bearish. The 4 will still be closing bearish, right? So as long as the forward closes bearish here, we're good. Or I'm good in this trade. If obviously if the forward closes bullish here, if it closes bullish respecting 61, you know, obviously at that point we'll manage risk, because then the 1 hour will be flipping bullish, the 30 will be flipping bullish, and all that will be flipping bullish as well. But until then, yeah, no, I'm still in this trade here. So you have about 12 minutes left until we can manage risk. If we could manage risk, if it does close bearish, then we just let it rock still, right? Why stops not above the 15 candle? Because you can still break that and not break the 1 hour highs or 4 hour highs. Like the reason why I have it here is because we have room to manage risk then. Because like I don't manage risk off of breaking highs and lows. I manage risk off of closures, right? So off the way price closes. So like if price closes like this above the range, that indicates that okay, well, yeah, you're gonna drive up likely, right? But I don't manage risk off just breaking highs, because you can break the 1 hour high still in this case, create a top wick and still flip bearish. For all I know, right? And that's how I've been managing for the last like 3 years, 2 years now. Two-pit drawdown, panic. Yeah, people panicking, two-pit drawdown here. Yo, chat, did you know? Yeah, we could be in more drawdown. You guys know that, right? You can come all the way up to like 30 pips in drawdown. Like, but like regardless of what happens here, though, you know, it's just another day in the market. There's nothing we can do now. Like your mind should be on to that next trade. You know. Like you enter this trade here based off of confirmations that you've been waiting for all morning, and now we can't do anything about it. Just like yesterday's trade, you're in there. The only thing you can do is manage risk. But what's done is done, right? What's done is done. We can only look at probabilities now. That's it. What's the liquidity here? Yo, but if you guys enjoying the streams though, if you guys are enjoying this trade here, then you guys could leave a like and sub to the channel. I appreciate you guys for being here. Will this be the last? Will this be the flip and drive? Are you in here, Wix, or not? Cause you're out.
Nah, I'm in the next one.
Next one.
I'm already in the next trade.
Oh, okay. What's your break even for our next trade?
Oh, now I'm in here.
Oh yeah, sell some breakout lows instead.
Yeah.
Same entry. Bro, trading futures. What's the win probability of this trade? According to my calculations, it shows a 76, it shows a 77, 78% win rate. But like,
Nah, do that voice the whole time when you're doing it.
according to my calculations, yeah, no, 76, 77, something like that.
Damn.
Warning is old. Yeah, no, 76, 77, something like that.
Where's your glasses, dog? Where's your
I think it's
glasses?
working, chat. I think it's pushing here if I keep doing that. Oh man.
Leroy Jenkins.
You might close no bomb look on this forward candle, and the next forward candle just pops here.
Fuck this candle.
Chat, if the forward candle closes no bond on wick, we'll manage risk. We'll move stocks to break even. I'll have to. I typically close no bond on wick though.
Like some drawdown before the 4 hour close might, in the long run, be a more profitable trade. than staying in profit here right now and closing with no bottom wick.
Yep. What's your BE point?
I got BE at 1956.2, 56.15,
Yeah.
15 pips.
Same thing I got. You know what's good about this 4-hour close, chat? If we do close bearish here, this would be the first time we're closing bearish outside that range in the 4-hour time frame. Right? And if that's the first time we're closing bearish, there's a high probability that what you might see the next 4 count do
There's the top
continue
one.
down bearish, yeah, because then we'll be breaking back into this range here. I'm trying to see what we're mirroring though, if that were to be the case. I mean, 55 is a pretty decent target, to be honest. 55, okay, it still come back into the range, break the highs, right? But 55 is where you want to probably just TP at, around there. Yeah, 55-ish.
City.
I think 55 would be, yeah, like 55. Because you're mirroring like you're mirroring like, where's my tool? You're mirroring like this, right? These pushes here down. You see how like you tap 55, and at 55 is where you can't just reject that. Like 55 is minimum break even at 55, right? And we'll just trail stops and profit. But like 55, it can drop to 51, 52 here off of this push, but you have majority wins here. Shows that 55 is a bit stronger level. So 55, 54, 55, 54 is probably where you want to really manage risk at.
5 minutes.
Wow, Gigi's pushing. Gigi's gonna be nice. I think the next 4 count on Gigi's create a bottom wick, and then once that bottom wick forms and you grab more liquidity on Gigi, you should continue to drive.
Range.
Yeah, Gigi's very nice. Same thing on gold too, right? You're expecting the same thing happening here. It's the same shit that's happening here right now. It's just the charts are flipped because it's Gigi and gold, right?
Good. Good.
Yeah, Gigi.
Good. Good.
Yeah, you're struggling ever since you had that push on what day was it? Was it Friday you had a push? Or was it Monday? Monday or Friday? You've just been struggling to break out since. Oh, it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. Four minutes. I think this 5 close bearish here. Not that makes a difference, but still below the ranges.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, but I need grab liquidity first if that would happen. You need to get a range 1 or something, probably, right? I'm still having a loss in the wrong position.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in drawdown too. I'm not in profit. I'm in drawdown. I'm in
You're ahead
I
in the
think
trade.
like 8 pips drawdown, 6 pips drawdown, something like that. I got a slip too, right? So I got a bad entry, but I'm in drawdown too. And I'm just like you. Bro puts on so much risk. What do you mean? The stops are like, if this trade would be a loss and we don't manage risk, it's a $19,000 loss. What's 19,000 to 716? Probably like 2%. It may seem like a lot if you're looking at numbers, but like this is why I always tell people don't look at numbers, look at percentages, right?
Good letters.
Yeah, and percentages in this case shows you that, like, okay, so what is on it, what is like around 2-3%, right? So like 2-3% of the account size. But when I go off of risk, I go off of all my portfolios, right? So this is like literally percent or less, right? Stocks are pretty decent here too. So like that's every trade I take though. It's around the same risk. So there's no, it's not like risking too much here. It's like we set these stops here for the highest probable trade here, the highest probable stops, and same thing with targets as well, right? It's just what price is printing, and like it'll get to a point where it won't make sense anymore. But then that's how it will close off if that were to be the case. But yeah, no, it's just another trade for us, right? It's just another trade. I believe as long as this forward candle closes below 1960 172, we should be good here. 1960 412 ish in those zones. Because then a new forward candle, if this is how it's closing below here for the first time, and looking left there. Every time you close below there looking left, you came down to at least 54ish. So I would assume the next forward candle will do something like this. It'll print like this, right? You'll see the top wick, so you might see some more drawdown here. But once that top wick is formed, I don't know where it's gonna form. I don't know if it will even create a top wick. For all I know, it might not. But once you create that top wick, you're likely gonna drop down through the range like this. Minimum, you're gonna re-break the lows. So you're looking at like 56, 55, and then overall target though is gonna be like 50, 54ish, 55ish, right? Because that's where you're gonna be rejecting off of. So you just gotta understand the higher time frames, right? Unless he closes no bottom wick, but I doubt it here. $20 seconds. And then you have NYC open in about 30 minutes too. Not that I'm expecting to be in by NYC open, but if we are, then we are, right? We can't really do much about that.
Where the fuck are all these people coming from? Yo, literally, never speak. They never speak. The only comment they ever make is a negative one.
Just another day in the markets.
Who the fuck?
They were here yesterday too, and they were here 3 years ago, and they're still here today, 4 years later.
But it's different people 3 years ago.
Oh, the people 3 years ago are now supporting us.
Yeah, it's the same fucking attitude that like the supporters had 3 years ago. Like, yo, have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up and wait for this trade to play out. It's crazy. There's got to be like notifications that sends out, not for your trades, but just for everyone to come out.
Don's in that trade here. Check email for questions. Yeah, I check both DMs and emails. Just hit me up on both. Yeah. So this is the top wick, right? This is your new 4 top wick. Once the 4 account flips bearish, that'll be your drive. But it has to flip bearish first, right? So I don't know where it's gonna flip bearish at, but our stops are pretty decent because it's like a 30-minute high. You shouldn't break this high if you want to drive down here, obviously, right? But for all I know, it can come all the way up to here, and still flip bearish here. But once it actually does flip, and if you break the lows here, you have a 30-minute start play, and you'll see it drop that down like this, right? So that's on the re-break of the lows basically, because that 30-minute count here, it closed bullish, but it closed bullish respecting this zone here, same zone respected here, and every time it was below the zone here, it came down to at least 55, right? So that's pretty key for BE. But yeah, you need to re-break that low to indicate that this is the 4 high, because it can still flip and still come back up, right? See how it's flipping here? You want to see it break this low to indicate that that's the 4 high. Or sometimes compare steeper wicks, smaller wicks, I don't know. But looking left there, I like, as for top wicks, it looking left doesn't look that steep. I'm looking at this, right? So this may be it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Does that make sense? But you gotta be logical, right? Like, just because you're in a sell doesn't mean like, oh yeah, it has to go down now. Like, yeah, it'd be nice if it goes down now, but you gotta understand like what's happening, like in terms of price action as well, right? Where we closing, where we tapping, where we rejecting off of. Like, you still gotta be logical about it. You can't just assume it's gonna go down because you're in a trade, because the market doesn't care that you're in a trade or not. It's gonna move how it wants to
it's
move.
a terrible trade and it feels like an L. Fucking idiot. Dude. Like, you can't act like it's your first day trading, but also act like you know what you're talking about all in the same sentence. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
Chat, at this point, we had these combos like almost 300 times on stream. Every time we're in a trade, same comments. We had this combo so many times. And I don't know how long until they understand, man, but no matter what this trade does, gives us profit, gives us losses, gives us break even. We're still taking the same trade tomorrow, right? Like, this won't be the first time you hit stop loss. It won't be the first time you hit TP. It won't be the first time you hit break even. So what's there to be surprised about? When you know your probability of your trades, there's nothing to be surprised about. Like, that's why I say, like, once you're in a trade, you're in a trade. I can't do much about it.
You also have to realize you're ahead in the trade probability-wise.
Yeah, you're still ahead in the trade. Otherwise, we're gonna be in
drawdown here. Probability still dictates that you're ahead in the trade. And if your knucklehead ass can't understand that shit, and we can't get it through to you, then please pay attention and watch. And don't just watch today, watch every day. Right? Don't take shit out of context. Show up every day, mind your business, and help yourself, right?
You're not stone cold like you, Don. People are controlled by emotions. But that's what I'm trying to preach, though. That's what I'm trying to teach, at least, right? That's how you gotta be. You can't make it in the trading industry or in trading if you can't remain stone cold. You can't. You can't. You just can't. There's no other way around it. It's all a game of probabilities, and these are our probabilities, right? This, and this in this trade. What can we do? Nothing. Nothing.
Can you tell me how my morning joint?
What? What do you say?
What do you say fuck me for?
See, yesterday, I told you guys, yesterday after the win, it's easier to speak to you guys, but I was like, yo, chat, yesterday I was like, yo, guys, you guys understand that, like, or after the win, I was like, yo, chat, just remain calm. Like, don't celebrate your wins because you're doing losses. People who celebrate the wins yesterday are like, fuck, we're in drawdown now. Oh my god, I'm nervous, I'm scared. But like, if you didn't celebrate yesterday, just like today, like, it's just another day in trading, right?
What percentage you think of those 168 wins were in drawdown at some point?
I'll say like 50%.
50%?
I thought of that earlier. I think like 50%, 50%. A lot of trades don't go in drawdown, like 50, 40% probably. Maybe a little less, because...
Especially ones like this on the breakout of lows where it should just drive.
Yeah.
Not typical. Atypical. Anyway, for all the haters that got banned here, show up at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, and you could get banned over there too. Agent session continues.
Man, I'm taking 2-1 lead today. Are you saying courtside today, Wix, or what?
Yeah, with my fucking Apple
Apple VR headset.
VR 28, whatever it is. Yo, Martin, I don't know how you're banned on my shit. I gotta go in there after this stream. I'll get in there and I'll check it out.
Are you gonna trade? Yeah, I'm activated here. I'm activated. I'm in drawdown. I'm in 20 pips drawdown, 21 pips drawdown, 90 pips drawdown. I'm in drawdown. I was the 5 Princess Arrange 1 here. I'm in drawdown. You're in drawdown since yesterday. Are you tax profits 50% in Canada? Depends. Yeah, ask my CPA. I can't give you answers to that. I'm not expertise in that.
Did you change your CPA when you started doing forex, or was it like your first CPA?
I changed it once, but I'm probably gonna change it again if once I move to a different state.
To a state.
Yeah. Cut loss. Well, before we entered a trade, I said how. Oh, not before. I said a little later today in the trade, but like the first moments of the trade, I said how. I'll manage risk if the 1 hour 30 starts to close above 1961, right? Until we actually close above 1961, I can't do much about this trade because the trade's still valid here on the 4 hour time frame, on the 1 hour, on all these time frames. It's still valid, right? So like I can't do anything right now until we actually close above that range. And this is why a lot of people don't understand. The same plan I had to enter a trade is the same plan I have to exit a trade. Why are sirens? But you know what I mean? It's like we can't just close impulsively. We didn't enter impulsively, right? But that's what trading is. You set plans before you take action, and you follow the plans while you're in the action. You don't want to get in the trade and afterwards be like, okay, what can I do now? No, you're gambling. Like it's not gonna work out long term, right? But every time if you get into a trade and you have a plan going into it, you know where you're gonna cut losses, where you're gonna take profit, where you're gonna, like, you know, everything's said and done already. You just follow what's said and done. There's nothing I can do at all.
Plans to close on a bullish candle closure above the range. Now you can't just, as you start breaking highs, you can't just be like, oh, fuck the plan.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong though. Like back then though, I used to manage risk like that. I'll be like, like, if you guys check my streams in 2020, 2021, my losses will all be like 5-6 pips, but I have like 1,000 losses, right? I just add up to the same shit. And like the risk is the same too, so it takes a bigger hit on you, right? So yeah, like it's like what I do now is what I do for a reason. Like I've been there already, where I used to manage just like 5-6% drawdown just to close, just because, right? Impulsively and enter impulsively, but there's no impulse in our trading anymore. It's all preset plan. It's already done. The trade's already over, chat. It already hit TP. It already hit stop loss. You should be on to the next trade right now. Your mind should be on to the next trade.
Right. You shouldn't be thinking how the balance will change after this trade.
Yeah. It's not going to change your life. This trade isn't going to change my account balance. Yeah, okay, cool. Using a certain percentage, but on to the next trade, right? On to the next trade, on to the next trade, on to the next trade. Now, if you're full leveraging, obviously you'd be shitting your pants, but you deserve to be shitting your pants then if that's the case. Because, like, who told you to over leverage? I'm taking 3% risk here. What are you taking? 30% risk? You know? No, you should be. When you don't over risk, there's nothing to worry about. When you start this account from where? Started this account in August on stream 2024. 147K. And now it's at 701. Oh, no. 712. Sitting at roughly. But that's not important, right? What's important is this current trade. Wow, that 4 account on gold, our GJ closed no top wick. Ew. I don't know about that, chat. This 5 close back into the range here for the fake out. You could possibly come down and retest the lows here. 157, 724. 19K to make 2K and over risking. Yeah, but I've been doing 19K to risk to make 2K from 147K to 700K. Like, what do you mean?
Definitely over risking and never learned his lesson.
I never learned my lesson. I don't think I'm gonna learn my lesson.
You know what your problem is, Don?
What's my problem?
You don't listen. You don't listen to others.
Fuck, man.
You should listen to everyone.
No one's ever risking 19K to make 2K. What if this trade makes 2,100? What if this trade makes 3,000? What if this trade makes 12,000 like yesterday? I don't know. It comes down to what the market prints me. What if we cut losses at 1961 once we close above the range? What if we hit break even on this trade? There's no preset determined TP stop loss or like it comes down to how it moves. Don't your views go up when you're in loss? No, our views go up when we're in trade. Once we win a trade, it goes down. Yeah. Once you lose, it goes down obviously too. But like and usually what happens is when we're in a trade, peak, and then as we, you know, once the trade is over with, that's when it kind of just slowly goes back down. Cool. Yeah, like 54-ish. Are we in a trade? Yes, we are in a trade. Where can I get a trade journal? On the website, there's a free, or someone should link it in the chat for you. One of the mods should help you out with that, or I can do it right now. It's called journal. There you go. There you go. Where's your TP stop loss? My TP is 1955. My stops is 1963. My BE point is 1954 or 1955. I am in drawdown for negative 1920 pips.
Oh, that was good.
It's gonna be an interesting NYC open candle. You're gonna go for a sell market now? I just answered the question, man. I just answered the question.
Really want this 5 to close below 58.97 here.
Yeah. I mean, you want the 30 to close below in 10 minutes here.
Overall, yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's 30 minute closes above, I mean, the 1 hour can still flip, 4 can still flip. But I believe if that were to happen, you may see some more drawdown. You might see the 30 create a top wick at like 61 levels. And then if it 30 or 1 hour closes above there, we'll just close off the trade. If it does that.
You could get a bullish 1 hour close, but weak bullish still respecting 592.
Yeah.
And then you have the hourly seller replay to come down. So it might be a little bit of drawdown here, not like 10, 15 minutes. Might be like an hour of drawdown, but
yeah,
to realize where you are in the trade.
Because the 4 hour counter, right? I don't know. I mean, looking at the 4, I mean, they can create a top wick for all I know at like 61, 63.
Previous hourly doesn't have a top wick, so you can come up, grab liquidity right above the previous hour where you haven't done so.
Yeah.
Right now, you've only grabbed liquidity at this area and you only came down this far. So if you grab liquidity anywhere above it, make a top wick for that previous hourly, you should drive down that much further.
And like, if you grab liquidity here, chat, right? Like, if that's liquidity, then you wouldn't see this 1 hour close below these ranges. You see the 1 hour close above. Like, if this is if you grab liquidity and you end up closing like this, that's not liquidity. That's the support for them to drive up, right? But if you tap into 61, 62 here, and then it closes bullish or below these ranges like this, and yeah, at that point you probably want to manage risk. Or at that point you're still valid, because then this is how account's gonna look. Or even it might just come all the way through, right? But the 4 hour and the 1 hour are your best friends here. But yeah, like we're saying it right now though, like yeah, you might see some more drawdown. Like we're not gonna be surprised, right? Because it may come out, create a topic for the 61, but until it actually closes, right, we can't really do much. So another 40 minutes till we can manage risk, probably. That's so funny. Oh man. Circle's like, sometimes you guys have amnesia every time you have a trade set up for some reason. What happened? What happened in the last 33 years? I don't know, man. This trade? Nah.
How sure are you? On a scale of 1 to 10. Arms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
Mom spaghetti.
You ever thought going reverse of what you need to take because the entries would be crazy? Yeah, it'd be crazy because I'll blow my account for a fact. If I were to take the opposite of all my trades here in the last 8 months, 9 months, I'll blow my account. My account wouldn't even be sitting here. It would be negative 700% or negative 500%.
Don would be hiding somewhere from his broker.
Yeah, no, I'll be negative, right?
Sir, where's the money you owe us?
How much drawdown you in? I'm in drawdown of 10K. 10K drawdown. But that doesn't matter.
Something light.
What matters is the way accounts are printing. It's just risk. It's like if you're risking 2%, you're in the same drawdown as me. It's the same percentage as risk, right? It's like we're down 1% right now in this trade in drawdown, right? If you were risk 2%, like we're all down 1% in drawdown. Now, if you were a risk, more or less, then that'd be different. But this 10K versus like 50 bucks in drawdown is the same drawdown. It's just percentages, right? It's a cover, but yeses win. Yeah, but that doesn't matter though. Yeses win. Look at the 8 months, right? 8 months wins, not yes. You can't compare two trades. You gotta compare like months.
Months of data. Years of data here.
Yeah. Your RR is whack, good near casino. That's tough. All these RR monsters coming out. The moment we're in drawdown.
Word. Apologize for your RR, bro. I like to take this moment to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
What help you control your anxiety dusting such drawdowns?
You guys.
Well, you know what it is? It's what I've been explaining for the last 45 minutes in drawdown here. look at my stats. These are my stats. This is what I've been taking. These are my setups. These are my entries. This is all I can refer to. This is all you can look at. When you go on winning streaks, this is all you can look at. When you go on losing streaks, this is all you can look at. When you go break even, this is all you can look at, because that's all comes back down to this. It's not a 100% win rate. It's like an 80, you know, it's like a 79, 80, right? It's definitely not 100, but it's 80, right? So that's all we can look at in all situations.
Maybe it's a compliment when they say you suck, because they're expecting you to win all the time. They think you're that great, so it's a compliment.
Yeah.
It's nice having old age trend. No, but it's just like, why say something that, like, you're trying to come off as smart, but you really look dumb in front of thousands of people here.
Yeah, I mean, people state the obvious. Like, people say like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Don, your risk to reward," as in like it's a negative thing for me.
It's right here. It's on the screen.
It's on the screen. Like, it's what we do.
We know.
We know that. Don, you sold the lows. I know that. Like, but like, you know, what you know is different from what I know, right? We trade differently. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just like people get confused because they try to compare my strategy to their strategy, and we trade totally different, right? But it doesn't matter though, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're doing the same thing again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after. Like, people come here saying these comments as if like this is the first time I heard these comments. We hear these comments every single day of my. I hear these comments every single day of my life, in my DMs, on stream, every day, right?
Matter of fact, I repeat it to Don once we're off stream.
Yeah, we go off stream. I call
Wicks
Wicks down. We talk about this all day long too. It's just like, I don't know, you know, like. It's just another day in the markets, guys. Like, there's nothing to really be stressed about here. You hit stops, okay, to the same position tomorrow. Hit TP, same position tomorrow. Break even, same position tomorrow. You can't do anything.
We're not frustrated. It's for entertainment, chat. Like, really, we get to troll just as much as you get to troll. Hey, you guys get to say fuck you the entire stream. One time we can say. Remember when chat? Remember when Don said "shut up" to everybody? Shut up, chat. That's the most violent I've ever seen him. That's it. Just shut up.
It's still pre-recorded. Yeah, pre-recorded. I think pre-recorded. Jerome said around like, you know, 9:30, 9:45 we should move. The way you talk is true, L, today. This is how I talk on a winning day as well. This isn't just how I talk on a drawdown day. This is how I talk on a winning day. Even yesterday's stream, I wasn't like after like, oh yes, yo chat, we just got 20 pips here. I'm like, yo chat, same shit tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, repeat, rinse and repeat the same concepts. You know, like I was same guy. But it wasn't like yesterday. I was like, oh yo chat, yo shut up, you fuck you. Like, you know, if I was like that, then yeah, you can say like, yo Don, like, you know, but like,
you're cool.
It's the same, it's the same shit when we're up or when we're down on a stream. Same energy I give throughout. But some people don't give that same energy though. Some people come in here when we're in drawdown, and then when it's a win, it's like everyone's just like, oh yeah, like sunshines and strawberries and just love, you know. But yeah, you gotta come to your charts with the same energy every day, and that's off of logic.
Fuck your calls. Jerome's got you by the balls. Shout out to my money printer.
$9,000 in drawdown, 9,000, 8,900 in drawdown.
Something like.
Or in other words, 27 pips in drawdown. In other words, 1% in drawdown.
Find the leather pants. Yeah, shout out to G for fucking making that video yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That was dope. That was so funny.
We'll play if the trades a win, chat. We can't play if it doesn't work
Yo,
out.
where? First of all, they're in the jungle. How do they have service over there? Second of all, why do they have flowers? Like they got some pretty ass flowers over there. You guys see that?
I think those are fake flowers.
No, those are nice looking flowers right there.
They use the same flowers in someone else's video as well. Why did bro kiss my forehead? For real, bro. I got scared of myself. That's some random guy holding a picture of me kissing my forehead.
Third of all, how the fuck did they get a picture of you? You know, there's a whole tribe of people in the jungle just worshiping Don right now. They got a whole fucking setup. Crazy. What are they gonna do for 100K?
They're gonna be at the meet and greet. I'm gonna fly them up to the meet and greet. Imagine. Yo, Don, this is the shit I paid for. This is what I came for. Yeah. I flew from across the globe just to see this. I'm like, yeah, you did.
Either them or Harris Heller.
Oh yeah, Harris Heller.
One of the two. No, if you can't get Harris, he doesn't know how popular he is in the Forex community. He needs to know. That's what he should just concentrate on, just playing Forex gigs. In-persons, meet and greets. Pretty big in the Forex community.
Let's start your close. Look, chat. Look, you see what I mean? Like earlier on, chat's like, "Oh my god, yes, it's," or "Oh my god, no, it's in drawdown." And now chat's like, "Oh yes, it's back. It's coming closer." No, the same emotions you had when it was in profit should be the same emotions you had when it was up here versus the same when it's here. Not, "Oh yes, it's in profit. Ah, fuck, man, not again. Why did I take this trade for?" And now it's like, "Oh yes, maybe it might actually come down now." No, you should should have that same exact emotion when you're in profit. Drawdown, less drawdown, more profit. And that's what you gotta understand. You have to keep that same energy throughout the whole entire trade. You can't cheer when you're up. You can't dwell when you're down. And if you don't understand that, then that's tough, because you're never gonna make it out in trading. See what this 1 hour does though. This is gonna be a key 1 hour candle close. Where you managing risk at? I got anything above like probably like 1960 probably for me on the 1 hour, or 61 I'll manage risk.
I have a little higher.
A little higher.
Yeah. 62.5.
Oh yeah, I see where.
Because if you look on the 1 hour, and you're looking at this level?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this because look at this wick right here. It still comes up, taps that level, and then respects it. So we can still tap this level here, right, with a wick, and then come down.
He was maybe like that emotion I was there. Yeah, emotions I was there for sure, but it's how you deal with the emotions, right? Like we're not panicking with the emotions though. Like that's how we're dealing with them. Like everyone has emotions, right? Everyone wants to win a trade.
Best way to deal with them is don't over risk. You're gonna have less chances of bringing out that emotion out of you, right? Don't over risk.
Yeah.
Be okay with what you're gonna lose here or win.
Chad's now mad now.
you're inviting, right, the negative emotions. Once you, as soon as you over risk on a position, you're like, well, I hope this goes into profit because right now, if it goes in drawdown, I can't take. And you start going down a roller coaster of emotions, right? The whole domino effect, and it stops when you take a L or you close in drawdown. Once you let the market control your emotions, you lost the trade, right? You have to be in control of the trade and control your emotions and be logical, be level-headed.
Yep. Because look, you would have came close to drawdown, and now you're like, ah, shit, not again. When you're level-headed, you would have been the same throughout here, throughout here, throughout here, throughout here. What version trigger you subscribe to? I think I have the pro version. I have the max package, I think, or maybe the second package. What's it called? The pro, and then what's the other one called? Premium.
Premium.
I think I have premium.
You got the premium.
Yeah.
We got 20,000 candles, baby. Oh, you know what I forgot? Yo, stop playing games.
Don, why don't you manage risk? I just explained it. I explained that 1,000 times already when in this trade. I'm managing risk off of the 1 hour close. If the 1 hour closes above 1961, we'll manage risk. If the 1 hour does not, and we're still in, because the higher time frame still makes sense. Does that make sense? Make sense? Don't get me wrong though. In 2020, I probably would have closed by now. Off emotions, right? 2020, 2021. 2021, I probably would have closed off this 5 here. 2020, I probably would have closed off the first initial drawdown push. Right? We manage what's off of closures. Not off of impulse breaks, highs and lows, right? Because this trade is based on the higher time frame, the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, yes. This is just creating a top wick, or it could be a top wick, right? And look left, this could be area where it rejects off of. And if you do reject and you do flip bearish again, then you're gonna see a drive down for the 4 hour wick fill, 4 hour range fill.
Damn, it's 720 for the year for the premium, but the first year you get 50% off.
Yeah, if you guys buy premiums for like trading view and stuff, you want to probably wait for Christmas, because Christmas is when you have better prices, better deals on sale. Remember first time streaming, you lose or win? My first time streaming, I won. My first trade ever on stream, I won. We won. I remember that day. So I was like, oh, first trade on stream ever. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, we haven't had like, we've never had a month really where we lost the first time of the month as well. Every first of the month or every first trade of the month usually is a win, or it is a situation where we're ahead, yeah. Recent messages, I am, but the auto save messages. Everyone's saying the same shit. RR, Don, this is a buy. Why you selling? I can just repeat it all stream. Hype train again soon. High school is almost over. Damn, so you telling me ain't that illegal? Aren't you under 18? There's your 1 hour top wick on the 1 hour. So let's see what happens here. Right? This thing could obviously drive up, tap into these areas, hit stops, or it could reject here and start to flip bearish after the 1 hour top wick, after the 4 hour candle. Here's the top wick here. So let's see what happens. Yeah, 23 minutes left until I can manage this though. 23. You went to Western CI? No. I don't even know where that is. In drawdown for negative 13K. You have the NYSE open here. This is the NYSE open. 9:30 NYC open. You could get a 5-minute range once though. Like you could get something like this. If this 5-minute kind of were to flip bearish, then you could possibly come down, retest the lows here, and draw that like this. But obviously that count needs to close bearish first to start that off, right? Obviously. But our stops are in a pretty good area. What's your stop, Wick? Same thing?
1963.88.
Yeah, mine's 1963.71. Where'd you 88 from?
I have
Same price point, right? Right here.
I have 2.5 pip spread, 3 pip spread right now. So I'm accounting for spread.
Some people out here thinking your trades, I would agree, risk 10% for a trade. Yeah, because they see like it's a high win rate and they're like, oh yeah, you know, like, but like that's why I was telling people, like, you know, even if it's a high win rate, like we had trades where we took trades before in the past where it was like a 80%, like 89% win rate, 9% win rate. And like that doesn't justify the fact that we need over risk now. Like we're still gonna be risking the same 2%, right? Because it's an 8% win rate, not 100. If it was 100, yeah, obviously you go full margin, but it's impossible to be 100, right? It's an 80. This one's a 76, which also doesn't mean that I under risk as well. This is a shit trade. Okay. I'm still taking the same trade tomorrow.
Thanks for coming through and letting us know.
Like,
Appreciate you. We'll log that away.
This is a shit trade. God. I mean, if you break the lows here and just push, then you're likely gonna be gone straight down towards target. But you gotta re-break the lows, right? You're roughly almost there. I mean, you're 30 pips away still, but you have volume here now with NYC open. So let's see what this 5 does. This 5 could be a ball and wick, or this 5 can be a drive back down with the 4-hour time frame. Lots of volume here though, it's jumping. There's always opportunity to keep your head up. Keep my head up. My head's already up. People think I'm like down bad or sad in drawdown or something, chat. Like it's just another day in the markets. Like I've taken tons of losses in my past, tons of wins in my past as well. You know, like there's no keeping your head up. There's no like even celebrating when profit to keep my head up in drawdown, you know? This 5 close bearish, or what did it do? Oh yeah, it closed bearish. This could be a top wick, or this could be the break of the highs. You do have a 15 closure in 4 minutes here though, so let's see how that 15 closes. Two words in the chat, yeah. Chad, now I'm gonna do here, I think I'm gonna move my stops till the 1 hour break of the highs, and then I'm gonna manage risk off of the 1 hour close, because there could be a situation where you come up to here, tap these levels, and still flip bearish because it's the 4 hour high, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move my stops to there. If the 1 hour starts to close above these ranges here, will manage risk. So it'll be the same risk. It will be the same stops, because you can easily still come up to here, tap these levels, and still reject off of the 1 hour, off of the 4 hour candle high, right? Because this is a 4 hour candle top wick, right? But we'll manage those off of that. That's what I'll do. So it could be smaller stops, could be bigger stops. But this is what I did on, I think, Friday's trade. Same thing happened.
Some people are like, hell no, I'm gonna get margin called before that.
Yeah, because like if this 1 hour, because like there's no reason to break this 4 hour high if we were to drive down here, and if we were to close on the 1 hour here above these ranges, then it'll be invalid, right? But the 1 hour can still tap and flip bearish here. So let's see how the 1 hour closes here in about 15 minutes here. Because you're still ahead in this trade here, right? Trade's still valid. And then if the 1 hour were to flip bearish here, we'll just move our stops back down to the 1 hour highs. Like let's say later on the 1 hour if this bearish like this, right? Then yeah, at that point we'll move our stop loss. Instead of this high, we'll move it back to this low. So it'll be a lot less than with the original stops. It's just what makes the most sense here in this situation. And that's also the day you flip too. So if the day you flip bullish, then obviously you're gone, right? You're driving all the way up towards like, you break this high, you're driving all the way up towards like 60, 76, 79, 78. And then we might get some more pineapples too in this situation as well. So like if this 5 minute closes bearish here below this range here, we could get some second positions, third positions, and we'll take that position down towards like 57 here. So let's see what happens there. Let's see how this 5 or 15 closes there. If you don't want to move stops and then you like, obviously this is my trade, right? I'm gonna move my stops here, because I know we manage risk off the 1 hour close. But obviously, like get into a trade if you went full margin, then obviously you can't do that. You're gonna be hitting full margin, right? But I move my stops here, and then we'll just wait for the 1 hour close. Capiche? 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 It's like above here now. Cool. I mean, I guess your topic areas are right here right now, like 64, 63. Looking at this, looking at all these for top wicks, right? Like this is the same closure you kind of had. 4 count came up all the way up to here, flip bearish, drove all the way back down. So let's see. Above, what is this again? This is 1962, 92. Cool. Yeah, my stops are at 67.31 in this trade. You're gonna have original stops, or you're gonna move them too.
Marking up zones right
Because
now.
even if from like the buy perspective, right? Like let's say it was to be a buy, you'll see liquidity. You need liquidity grabs still tapping like 57,
down, yeah.
58, right? So I want to see if we can add some pineapples here to grab that liquidity.
And if anything, you can close overall halfway. So this could be either a break even or
Yeah.
a profit trade if you close the original one at break even.
Yeah. If you're looking at all of this like 55, 54, if you were to drop down here, but that's what happened here. Like this drive is here, came all the way back up, tapped, and then you
Yep.
drove, right? So like I'm assuming like if you were to even come up today, you need a liquidity grab at least towards like
Liquidity
57
grab.
again, 55, right? Then the thing is like if it flips bearish, we'll be break even then, and then we just trail our target down towards like 51. All right, because look, this is a 4 account chat. This is the bottom wick. Yeah, let's see what happens there. If the 1 hour closes above like this in 11 minutes chat, if it closes above like 63, we'll manage risk. We'll close off. But there could be a situation where you tap 64 and still flip bearish. Right, you're looking at this, all this to the left, all of this to the left. But we can't add positions yet. There's nowhere I can add positions here yet. I need to see some bearish closure, right? So like right now you have this ranger, like you have a support down here, I guess, at the 9061 levels, right? If you close below 9061, then you can add pineapples, right? Because then it makes sense to add positions. But until then, it can still drive back up. But if you close below 61, okay, cool. I will stack position 61 because then that'll be a fake up back into the range for us to drive down through. So then we can come down to retest these lows, but we won't know if it's gonna continue to push or not if it were to retest the lows. But at least we'll have pineapples here to grab this piece again and just close off both in profit, or one in profit, one break even, right? And then over on profit. But that's what I'll usually do. Should be nice. Should be nice.
I think I'm doing oxtail again today.
Never full coma.
Yeah, I'm really feeling like oxtail. My comfort food.
Comfort food. Comfort to go to bed, bro.
Oh yeah.
Nobody at all. Wick's not. I think I'm gonna have oxtail today, bro.
The guy who said rip to all the buyers, get what? My TP hit, bitch. Oh man. You feel validated? You got that out your system?
You know, the amount of times we could do that
Awesome.
too.
Awesome.
People have so much ego in trading. So much ego, man. Like, do you know the amount of times we could do that as well? But we don't, because that's not even the point of why we even trade. We're not trading to validate others, right? Like the amount of times I could say, you see, like after my trades, my wins, but I don't. I just sit there. I'm like, okay, on to the next trade. Like you know, because that's not the point of trading. The point of trading isn't to trade for others. It's to trade for yourself. But people come here and they need validation. Like, it doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, what matters is your account, your trades. We're getting close to stop loss here. And you have about 9 minutes left for the 1 hour candle. Now, is this 4 account going to break the highs? Or is it going to...
Look at the 1 minute.
close below the 1? The 1 minute has a range 1 here, chat.
One minute with the fake out.
What was your biggest loss? No, it won't be my biggest loss. I had a loss bigger than this before in the past. I had pineapples in the past that were bigger than this loss. Yeah, no, won't be the biggest loss. Oh, and stops got hit. All right, so hit stops here, chat. Price broke all the highs on the 4 hour, broke all the highs on the 1 hour. Now, here's the thing. There's no buys for me yet. Until you probably break above like 1960, probably like 67, 68 or 70. But because the thing is, like, the 4 can still flip here. It has no bottom wick. It can still break the highs and still flip here. And if it does, then it does, right? I won't be mad, won't be upset, because it's just another trade, right? But as for like me taking another position for buys, I probably won't have positions until you break above like 1973 or 1970. Because I'm afraid that the 4 could still flip bearish, or just you need to grab liquidity for driving up here, right? This could still be a range 1 fake out back into the range. So the overall of the idea for the trade there is still valid, but like I'm not gonna just go take another position here, obviously, right? But yeah, at this point, the daily candle flips bullish. I think the weekly is like gonna continue to push up as well, but there won't be positions for me. Maybe not at all today, to be honest. That might be it for me.
Oh no, we suck again.
Yeah, that might be it for me today. But yeah, just another day in the markets, chat. It's another day in the markets for us, at least. What else can I say? Let's put that in the spreadsheet. Negative 92.
You were like awkward. You fucking took a L, yo. Taking how many L's we taken in 3 years?
Yeah, no, that's the 50th loss we had. The 50th loss we had in the last 2 years, right? So that's loss number 50. We started this year off on stream with, I think, this year we had 11 wins. That's or 11 losses. That's our 11th loss of the year, right? So I mean, we're still up for the year, obviously, right? Obviously, we're still up for the year, but it's just another day in the markets, you know. It's just another day. A loss is a loss. It happens, but I can't do anything about it, right? It's just another day. Come to the charge tomorrow, and I'll take the same
that one to everybody, huh?
I'll take the same trades again tomorrow, right? Because we're here to trade long term. We're not here to trade, you know, a week or two. Otherwise, we wouldn't be streaming here 4 years later, right? So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Everyone's gonna have this. We're gonna have the same convo again, where we're in drawdown again for another trade, but it will be a different story, obviously, by then. Just like it has been for the last couple months for us. All right. But yeah, that is the trade, chat. Like, what do you guys want me to do now? Cry about it? Can't cry about it, because I don't celebrate my wins. So why would I why would I dwell my losses? We can't do much. We can just
Plenty of
move
people
on.
in there celebrating your loss.
Oh yeah, people are celebrating my loss.
There's enough
Yeah.
other people celebrating our losses. You know what I mean? Why are we gonna dwell on it?
Yeah. Just another day. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here next year. Next year, looking back, we'll look back at this day and we'll be like, oh wow, remember that one day we took that loss? Because I'm gonna keep reminding you guys about this loss in 2 years time, because it's gonna be on a spreadsheet. But yeah, nothing much you can do. I mean, just gotta move on to the next trade. Maybe Asian tonight, maybe London, maybe late New York. I don't know, but I'll be back tomorrow. All right. I know some people hit stops, the original stops. Some people move their stops as well. I moved my stops, knowing what I was risking already, obviously. But that was me. That's what I did. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, chat. Nothing to really stress about. Okay. Yeah, let's go play Wordo. Because what am I gonna do now? Sit in the stream?
Yeah, losing more than 5% of your account on this trade is on you.
Yeah, it's like,
It's on you.
I mean, people are asking if there's anything I could have done differently about this trade. Probably not. Nothing I could have done differently at all. Because you know why it is though? Because I'll take the same trade again tomorrow if I were to see it, right? I'll take the same positions tomorrow. And for all I know, this could be just a range one fake out, and the idea could still be correct. That's the thing. So wait to see how the forward closes here. You have about 3 hours left. It could still flip bearish. I would not be surprised, because Yeah. But as for this trade here, I wouldn't have done anything differently. I wouldn't have, you know, entered differently. Wouldn't have exited differently. I would have had the same stops. It was because it was the most like logical stop you had here, right? In this case. But yeah, chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be fine. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys for the rest of the week. All right. Or I'll see you guys tonight during Asian. Cool.
Hold on.
No, we gotta play a Wordo. I know. Let's go play this Wordo. Play trade. Let's see.
Range. Oh no. T. There's got to be a T.
Range.
Deer.
FEA.
No, steer. STEAR.
Easy clap. So it's the E goes here, and then you have A, and then you have R, and then you have
Eater.
or no T. Yeah, T goes somewhere.
Eater.
Eater.
No. Yes. Hater.
What are chats to say words a hater?
Hater.
That is
This
crazy.
wordle was for you, chat. This one's for you. How about troll?
Win, loss, gold, sell, stops, build,
Ego.
ego,
Mom, dad, beach.
beach,
Evicted.
evicted.
Divorce.
All the bad words. Divorce. Let's see.
Lawsuit. Indictment.
How the fuck you spell indictment?
INDICTMENT.
Indictment.
Bankruptcy. Bankrupt.
Is it T? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Margin. Jerome. Puts.
Overdraft.
Overdraft.
Calls.
Negative. Positive.
Drawdown.
Fake out. Drawdown. Man, mom, dad, school.
You did those.
Oh, they didn't do school. Playground.
Fail.
Fail. Mail.
Learn.
Learn.
Books.
Books.
Books in school. What kind of books are in school? Work. Homework.
Homework.
Test.
Test.
What do you do in school? Cut. Skip.
Skip. Rope.
Mangoes?
Learn. Teach. Teacher. Add. Science.
Detention.
Attention. Class. Bell. Ring. Chalk.
Science.
You ever used to say the word chalk?
History.
History. Yo, wait. So, yo, I was thinking the other day. I don't know why it came up, but who gave you those headsets again? You bought that
Gave
off
them to
somebody,
me.
right? You bought
I
that.
bought
off.
them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rochester.
I forgot. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why the other day I was.
Bought them from Rochester.
History.
Math, physics, something. Math lesson.
Less.
Notes.
Cry. Tear. The fuck history?
Report.
Grades.
Friends.
Ruler. Students.
Lunch lady.
Lunch. Lady.
Cafeteria. Janitor.
Janitor.
Let's go with counselor.
That's what that council.
Counts SE, I think. COUNSELR.
Huh?
Principal. Assistant principal. Dean.
Yo, it's a long ass game. History.
Kieran's not
War.
unmuted. John Nez is not unmuted. Elvis is not unmuted. You got Magnus on mute. Of course, if you had Kieran unmuted, we'd be on fucking Worldle right now. Kieran, solve this right now. What's the answer, Kieran?
Probably like, I don't know, biology,
Yeah, if this shit is biology, I'm fucking leaving, bro.
music. I don't know. Think of
The band.
like high school classes. Auto, welding, gym. What did I take? I'm fucking know, it's
Exams?
barely there.
Oh, fake out back in.
Quiz?
Hey, Jen, I know exactly what you're doing right now, by the way. I can see your screen. I know that
Calculating
look.
tips for the next.
What is it?
Exams, maybe?
Exams.
How is that so far away?
Drama.
Drama.
You know, drama. No, it's got to be like, look, history, science, school. Like, what do they do? Experiments? I don't know.
Freaking
They do
Essay?
experiments.
education.
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 And knowledge. Guidance. Diploma.
Freaking art.
Bro,
Oh, art. We didn't guess that?
I thought we did.
we suck.
Wow.
We guess art on everything else.
Cape.
Cope.
Cope.
Hope. Hope?
Coup. Oh no, wait.
What
How do
were
you
you
spell
say
coup?
again? Hope.
Yeah.
Coup. Oh,
Hops.
C-O-U-P.
Do hops and then who's
Is that a word?
like a no no who's like, what? A how an
Hey,
owl
either
who's.
or works. Either
Who's?
or works.
Oh, who's Hops? Are you sure Hops? Isn't that a better guess here? Like,
Bro, let's just solve it.
Wait, you could do hole and then hold and then hood.
oh yeah, there you go.
Same thing though.
It's gonna be candle today, man. Today's the day. Fuck. That looks like
Yo, whose foot is that?
yeah, it looks like that. Like, looks like Goku's foot.
Right? The little those look like UFO pants. UFO
Oh,
cargo
those like sandals, yeah.
No, it looks like
Looking at
Goku's
cargo
foot.
pants.
And
Aladdin.
the shoes like the shoes like blue, right? It's like
Hmm.
it's like this.
I think it looks like a dolphin.
No, and then you get the laces right here.
That's
This
it.
is like Goku.
Dolphin. Bro, you're on drugs.
Oh, that's a
That is a good
Goku's
drawing.
leg right there. Yo, pull up Goku right now.
Yo, that's Goku's
That is
foot.
exactly his foot.
That is exactly his foot, man. You know, chat right now is like, yo, Don, shouldn't you be depressed and drawdown right now? Like, why are these guys mad, man? Why? Why are you so relaxed right now? Oh man.
I know the answer, so I gotta stay out of this.
To guess it.
That's gonna ruin the game.
Albania.
Well, if he knows that, I'm just gonna guess Ukraine.
That's definitely
Ukraine looks
not
a little different
Ukraine.
though. It looks a little,
Ukraine
yeah, Ukraine's
looks
like a
way
little like
different.
it looks like Australia in a way, no?
Bulky. It's bulky, yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
It's chubby.
Where is this? So, like,
Scammers.
if this is the bottom corner, right? This is definitely the bottom left corner of the map. Looks like somewhere in like, where's Albania again?
Over there.
Over there.
Yeah, over yonder. Freaking Bulgaria. Freaking
You guys are on the wrong continent.
Romania.
Just, I make it simpler for you. Just guess the African countries.
Hmm.
I don't really know any, to be honest.
Hmm.
How does that not look like a dolphin? It's got like the little tail, the
Bro.
dolphin at the top.
It's
Any
a
idea?
jagged
Elvis?
ass dolphin.
No idea. I can kind of see dolphin. Just that's a fat ass dolphin though.
I got no clue. Hey, Cham, you guys in the chat taking styles right here. I see you guys. 4-hour fake out.
Freaking Chad. Cameroon.
Cameroon?
Cameroon.
Chad?
It's really like the only ones I know.
I have no idea, but one more guess.
Alright, Wix. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, just tell us what it is.
He's gone.
Cause I ain't
He's
go-
lying.
I'm
He didn't even know.
not gonna get it. Mm. Hmm. Where's Jordan?
Retired.
No, like where's the country, Jordan?
Oh.
Tell us what it is, Wix.
Middle East.
Where's Morocco?
Isn't that like the top part of Africa?
Which would make sense for that corner. You
Don't
know.
think it's Morocco.
But like this is like it's like southern.
You only think that because the foot's pointing down.
Okay, I don't know. I was gonna. Oh wow, we got it.
Oh, it is Morocco.
Yeah. Where's the?
Uh, really?
Yeah. Where's? Oh, it's like top left. Huh?
Oh, I thought it was top right.
That does look like Goku's foot, man. I can't see it now. That's all I can see. It's like a perfectly shaped.
Where are you from? Morocco. Ah, Goku's foot. Nice, nice.
From the toe part.
Yeah, where about? I'm from the calf.
I'm from the third leg.
Yeah,
What? You can see it there, like on here. I see a shin.
This guy just said no, it's not Morocco. What?
Alright, chat. I think I honestly think it's a day for me. Still get the fake out. Guess it's still drive the daily, but if I see anything, it might be a little later. I don't know. We'll see. But one thing I did want to say to chat is that I know we took 9 pips stop loss today, but that doesn't mean now you go and chase back 9 pips on your next trade, because your next trade might not even print 9 pips, right? So
Stick to what you've been doing, and by next week you'll be fine.
yeah, we go on streaks all the time, right? Happens all the time. This is how we trade. So like, stick to what you've been doing, and I'm pretty sure a month from now we'll look back at this day and it'll just be another day in the books of trading for us. Just another day. So just remain calm. You'll be fine. Your account should be fine unless you're over risk. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Who knows? Maybe we might even have a runner tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, chat. Love you guys, man. Thanks for being here today. Appreciate all the love, all the supporters. And I'll catch you guys tonight during Asian. All right.
Yes, sir.
Adios, adios, adios.
That
So-
is
Yep.
See ya.
So I guess I may drop later, Wix.
Yes. Hit me up.
All right, later, guys. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
This guy's gonna hate you on Discord. Love Blue Pips on his account. Hey, man. People hate me on certain days. People love me on certain days. Later.
Word. If I catch you outside, it's on site. No woman, no cry.
No outro today. We can't even play the Instagram video today as well.
Word. Just down bad.
No intro today, chat. We don't deserve it.
We don't deserve you. We're punished.
Sing for us instead.
Sing for them, baby. Let's keep the outro rolling for the next 3 hours.
Watching come back with 100K profit tomorrow. Why me? How about you guys? Why would you want me to do that when you can do it yourself? Peace out, peace out, peace out.
Pizza?
I'll make you some food. Yeah. See you later. Oh, Sharif's here too. Peace out, Sharif. Damn, Sharif's really seen all the wins, all the dubs on the stream, huh? He's seen the most. He knows.
More than me.
And he's not on camera ever. Well, I'll go for buys in a bit. There's no buys me until above, like, probably above 70 here. Nothing 70. And there's no sell to me until you get some type of range form below here. But if you do get a range form below here, I believe the forecast is going to flip bearish. And that's only the flip. Imagine the range having the 4 hour time from now. Right? So you flip bearish and you break below the current lows, you're probably like you're going to drop all the way down to 1940. But you got to create that. You got to create that range first, or else you can just reject. Let's see what happens. Because you're trying to figure out if this is like the 1 hour bottom wick, or is this going to be the 4 hour count flip, right? Daily is bullish, yes. But is this the lower wick? Is that it? We'll figure it. We'll see. Peace out, chat. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, though. Laters. Peace out, Zoom.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
Later, later.